This episode,
Adrian review. I'm Adrian. Oh my God. I review Scream 7 and Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
I'm so sorry. I wrote Adrian. I don't know why I didn't write. I'm sorry. Anyway, we also discuss Paramount's winning bid to purchase Warner Brothers as Netflix drops out of the running, while also acknowledging the God of War bald cap fiasco over at Amazon Prime Video.
And we review the first season of HBO's Game of Thrones spin-off, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
With new episodes airing every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, this is Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. I'm Simon Eady.
And I'm Adrian Pinter.
You're going to change your name for a second.
You should have.
You should have.
And I'm me, the guy that reviewed Scream 7 and Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
I like that. Welcome to episode 131. So, Adrian, World War III has started.
Oh. We're starting this off on...
It's such a good note. It's crazy, man, out there. Man, what a mess. I'm going on vacation, as you know.
I do know this.
I'm going on my honeymoon. When are you going on yours? Just as a side note before I get into my story here.
We're planning for end of May.
Oh, okay.
And we had a couple of things planned.
Okay.
But now it's kind of, I don't know. Like, do we still go? Do we just wait and see? What's the situation? You know, what's the situation here, man?
What are you waiting and seeing? Sorry, I'm confused.
If the world explodes.
Oh,
I don't want to pay for a ticket if the world has exploded.
Well, where were you going to go? What do you mean? I mean, you could just go to Canada, like go to BC or something. Go to Banff.
Yeah, no, we're going to Europe.
Oh.
Banff.
Well, Europe,
I've never been to Banff.
Europe, you should be okay, no?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
Yeah.
If it's a world war, Simon, that's the world.
I see.
Europe, last time I checked, was in the world.
Right.
Canada, also in the world.
Well, I'm going on my honeymoon imminently.
Yeah.
Going in the next 48 to 37 hours. I don't remember how much time, but regardless of that.
48 to 37. Okay.
But point is, I was deciding between three places, right? And we were booking this at the beginning of January. At the very beginning.
Yeah, you were planning on going to Iran, Israel, or what's the last one?
Venezuela,
yeah.
No. But that's the story, though. There's three options, and one of the options was Cuba.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
The other one was... because you don't know what's going to happen there. But right now it's crazy because Cuba was like, we're looking at that because a member of my wife's family had recommended Cuba, saying that it was the best vacation place to ever go. Like there was their favorite place. And the interesting thing about this individual is that they've been on so many trips to so many different resorts, so many cruises. So they're the one to trust theoretically. So we were seriously looking at Cuba, like for real. And then, but they were looking at like fuel shortages and like food shortages were just happening there. They were just beginning. There weren't as they are now. Now it's crazy. But we didn't know that at the time. We're like, well, shortages, they're always having fuel shortages. It's kind of an issue overall. What do we do? Well, maybe we'll not do Cuba. Then we were looking at Mexico. We're like, oh, maybe we're going to go to Mexico. And that one, I could not have predicted because that has nothing to do with the U.S. administration at all.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it does in some weird way, but like that cartel leader got killed or whatever. And then there's like a disaster there. It's like, okay. And then the third one was Dominican Republic.
Yeah. And those people, I kept on seeing memes how it's like, man, Erica Kirk should learn how to mourn people properly. Like take a note from the Mexicans.
What? I didn't see that. I don't know the context on that.
Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know who she is.
Yeah, like so she was essentially just, he gets fucking sniped, murdered, brutally, awful. And then she just immediately starts partying.
Oh.
Going up on stage, fireworks going on, and it's like, okay, she took like no time at all to, mourn this man. You kind of feel sorry for him.
Oh.
And then cartel leader dies. They're freaking out. So she could learn a thing or two.
Oh, they're freaking out.
Yeah.
The cartels, I mean.
Yeah, the cartels. Yeah.
Right,
They're freaking out. Yeah. They're mourning the loss of this guy. So, yeah. I saw like Erica Kirk could learn a thing or two about mourning people from the.
I see. That was like quite a travel. That was quite the road to go down to understand what you meant.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought you'd understand it right off the bat, but I guess you're not as
learned,
chronically online as I am. So that's fair. Okay. That's fair.
All right. Well, anyway, so we lucked out because the Dominican Republic so far not bad. It is kind of scary because I hope nothing goes wrong. We only have a few days before we're on a flight. But yeah. At the time of this recording, obviously, because we're time travelers when we record this podcast. Anyways, so I lucked out. But World War III, the Iran thing is crazy, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know. it's insane. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know?
I was going to say something incredibly offensive, and then I decided not to. So
I saw your smirk. You should probably not.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
So what have you been up to, dude? Over the last couple of weeks, we record this podcast every 2 weeks. So what have you been doing? I haven't seen.
Yeah, man, I've been keeping busy, Simon. I know. Again, like I know you mentioned to me that you were quite busy over the last like week or so. So I haven't seen you since last time we recorded.
I think so. Yeah,
we played a little bit of that marathon server slam for like an hour or something.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. That was an
hour and a half. Yeah. But apart from that, I haven't seen you. Did you pick up marathon? I saw you playing.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to message me about it. I saw you playing. I'm like, oh, I guess he doesn't want to play with me. It's fine.
Fine. You didn't seem that into it, and I felt bad. I don't like making people buy stuff. I just think back at the time when there was like a big group of us where somebody had said, "Oh, we're going to buy Elder Scrolls Online," and then I got convinced to buy it, and I played it for less than an hour.
Yeah,
and I was kind of miffed by it. And I just didn't want to put you in that position. But if you want to play it, I'm down. I just felt because you didn't really seem like you were that into it when we played the server slam, and I felt bad. I didn't want to. If you were more into it, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, let's do it, dude." But I felt kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't like asking people for things. To be honest, that's kind of my.
Well, you don't tell me to buy. Just be like, "Hey, I bought it." You know, if you want to play,
right?
Come on up. But you didn't even do that. You know, that's all you had to do. You didn't have to tell me. You could have just been like, "Hey, I'm playing. If you want to join, up to you though."
Yeah, but it feels like there's like a weird social like contract there. Like I'm kind of setting you up. Like, well, if I don't buy it, I kind of said I was gonna buy it if he buys it. That's what you said. You said, I guess I'll buy it if you buy it, but I'm not that into it. I'm like, well, that's not a good. Like then the pressure's on me. Then I have to play it more often. If I don't play it enough, then you're like, well, that was a waste of $50 Canadian.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty good value, but.
Yeah, anyway. I'll think about it. You're gone, so I'm not going to.
Now, for now, don't get it. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But it's just not necessarily for me. I don't know. It's like I like this. Like it feels really good, but it is also again very competitive. I played a little bit of Arc Raiders last year, which I really enjoyed. That's more collaborative, right? Like it's not like shoot on sight right away. A lot of the times you will kill people, but that one was like a lot of fun social interactions. And I feel like Marathon. I mean, we played for an hour or two. Give or take a bit, and didn't hear a single soul. No one talked ever.
No one
that
talked?
was kind of weird. Yeah, no one talked when we were playing online.
You and me?
No, like obviously you and I were speaking to each other, but like nobody talked. Like we didn't run into people that were talking. Whereas like
let's get some context. I guess Marathon's an extraction shooter. It's coming from Bungie, the guys who made Halo and Destiny. For those of you who are not gamers who are listening to this podcast, which is Ken. So, and your mom.
My mom, I guess.
Yeah. but it's cool. It's very, very, the science fiction is really, really cool. The vibes of it, the music, I just can't get enough of the vibe of it. And there's a good story on a lore perspective. I prefer the story much more than I like the Destiny story. And it feels like the story is more hands off than Destiny. Still way better for me. I don't know what it is about Destiny. It's just very generic from my perspective. So I really like this from that angle.
Destiny's just a copy of Kingdom Hearts. Let's be real. Done worse.
Yeah, we came to that conclusion when we were playing Destiny at one point, Destiny 2, and we kept drawing parallels as we were playing some strike. We were just like, you're like, wait, this is like that, and this character is like Sora. It's so crazy. It's nonsense.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But it's good. I really like it. I will continue to play it. That was one of the reasons to not tell you. I was worried that if I play it and I'm like, maybe I'm bored of this, but I haven't. So far, I've been really into it, and I've been playing it solo, and I've been jumping into it with random players on occasion, or playing it solo. And then I have some colleagues from work. They jump in as well. So it's been interesting. The playing with other people though has been interesting. It feels like this might be what you experienced with Helldivers too. I never actually did that with teams of 3. I just kind of went in on my own or with you. And so it's I feel like Helldivers is kind of like it's like extraction shooter light, you know,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah. No PvPs, just PvE.
Yeah,
You
PvE
can still kill
extraction.
your guys.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really like it. It's cool vibes.
Nice.
This is something I would be curious to see. This would be something that would be great if it was popular enough. I'm not sure it will be. It depends. Time will tell, I think. I think it might get more popular as they maybe launch something like a raid. I feel like that's imminent with a studio like Bungie, potentially. Not a raid, but something like that. And they're supposed to be like a marathon ship you go to, and it's supposed to be like really for just high level gear. So that could be cool. But it would be cool, just to segue to film and TV, this is something like Fallout where I think they could nail a story inside Marathon. Much like the original games from the 90s, I guess, but like taking a spin on it 30, 40 years later kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think you could create a cool storyline for a film and TV show in that Marathon universe in a substantial way. Kind of, this is very loose, kind of like Fallout's kind of loose because it's kind of an anthology series for Fallout for all the games. So I think it would be kind of cool. It'd be the vibe is amazing. I just think the music by Ryan Lott is amazing too. So that's kind of but it draws me in, and I don't know. I like the loop so far. But anyway, when I get back from my trip, we can discuss it then. I won't exclude you if you felt like I did. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. I'm over it.
I'm weird in social situations sometimes. I apologize. It was not intentional. I was not trying to slight you in some.
I don't want to play with my pal Adrian.
It would be cool to play with people. It's kind of fun.
I just want to talk with them once every 2 weeks. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta keep you at bay.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, we didn't go see any movies either. But
you were busy all week, right?
I know, it was busy. Man, this was the busiest I've ever been at this job.
Yeah, even last weekend you were super busy as well. So we didn't have time last weekend, did we? Were you gone?
No. What was the weekend before? I can't even remember.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know. I had a friggin'. I was running. BC, I was hosting an event the week before, and then I hosted 2 events actually the week before, and then I hosted another event during this week. And that one was even crazier. So it's been the most time I've spent in this job, like 44-hour weeks, because I'm not supposed to go over the 44-hour mark for the overtime there. But it was cool. But yeah, we didn't go see anything, but we did watch some stuff on our own. So this is my segue to what we've been watching. Adrian, I don't know what kind of TV shows or movies. Oh, you're gone. Missing in action. You just see your chair slowly spinning towards me. Oh, you're here. All right.
Sorry, I was letting my cat out.
Gotcha. Cool. What did you watch this week? What did you watch this bye-week?
So I watched a few things. I actually did go to the movie, Simon, twice without you.
Twice?
Two.
You didn't invite me to that. Speaking of inviting people. Places.
Again, you were gone. You were busy. You told me specifically.
I don't know.
You literally, when I messaged you, like, oh, is there anything you want to watch? I think you texted me like, yeah, I'm going to be busy all week, but maybe Friday or Saturday. That's what you said.
Oh, you weren't free on Friday or Saturday? You didn't go see
I didn't go to the movies on Friday or Saturday. That's my point.
Oh, I see.
I didn't go to the movies. I was doing other things, Simon. Do I remember what? Oh. No. Even though it was yesterday. Yesterday was an errands day. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I made a lasagna. My family.
You have multiple errands, you know?
I've one errand, I know. No, I know multiple errands. But yeah, sorry. Stupid me, dude. Yeah, it was an errand day yesterday. And I did actually spend time with my friend Aaron, funnily enough.
Oh, on that day?
Yeah, yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, not even joking. I hung out with my pal Aaron. He came over.
It was an errand day and an errand day.
Exactly, dude. Look at us making jokes.
Okay, what did you watch?
So, yeah, I went to the theater for 2 things. But I'm actually going to start off with a show that I watched. I actually watched a lot of TV. It's kind of tough. I think I talked about Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes.
Briefly. I just can't remember if I talked. I think it finished after we recorded, like the finale. And let me just say, man, the show's amazing. I really, really loved it. I think this is such a nice change of pace for like a Game of Thrones style show. There are moments like there's a lot more levity sprinkled throughout. I think I made like the comparison. It reminds me of the subplot of like Tyrion and Bronn kind of going on a journey. In that sort of more like comedic style that the first couple seasons of Game of Thrones had for that again particular story. And that's kind of the vibe that this one was. But this is 6 episodes. Each episode's, between 30 to 40 minutes, so quite short, which makes it seem like it's not that much content. But you do also have to consider that this show, unlike House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones itself, we're following one
I thought
character.
I had to help you with that for a second.
Yeah, I don't know,
I was
man.
like, do I have to help you with this? It's the main franchise.
Yeah, it's what it all comes from. It's
like when you're comparing A New Hope and The Last Jedi with Star Wars as a whole.
Yeah.
He's got to pause for a second. Sorry, I shouldn't have said New Hope because that broke me. Because that was literally the example I was giving. Yeah.
I was building tension, Simon.
Okay,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's interesting because unlike those other shows, this is following really just one or like two characters that are together consistently, right? It's following, Sir Duncan, he's like a hedge knight, and then his new squire, Egg. And the way the show kind of plays out is really remarkable. And it does remind you that it's still set in the Game of Thrones universe, despite it being, again, a lot of, almost like slapstick comedy at times. And I just thought, this like 6 episode series, like finishing it off, I was like, this was great. Like I really loved it. I definitely liked it more than, season 2 of House of the Dragon. I definitely liked it more than the, last few seasons of Game of Thrones. So like, I don't know. I feel like this is really awesome. And I know they confirmed the next season for next year because I think they're already filming it, which is awesome. The little kid that plays Egg is an absolute delight. I think the casting of the entire show is really great. And again, the aesthetic is awesome. And it feels kind of like a Bottle episode in a way, Bottle 6 episodes in a way, because it's all takes place at this like one tournament that, Sir Duncan, he's like going to this tournament because he wants to, be a proper knight because the knight he squired for, passes away right off the bat. It's literally the first scene in the show where he's like digging a grave for his knight that he was squiring for. And it's just him going there wanting to be like a proper knight and winning this tournament. And that's essentially the setup of the series and how the 6 episodes take place. I think the next season is going to be a little bit more like, cool, we're on like a little journey. And I'm curious as to where it will go. But I really love this season of television. I thought it was fantastic. And I truly recommend it. Monarch is also back. Monarch, The Legacy of Monsters.
So
on
I'll just
Apple
stop
TV
you there.
Plus.
I've watched all but the last episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh,
I think it's awesome. Maybe the best Game of Thrones show. And that Game of Thrones, the original Game of Thrones show, I felt like was kind of uneven, and that's kind of its issue.
Mm-hmm.
So this show could easily be uneven because the next season we don't know what it's going to be, what it's even going to be. So it could be bad after that. But it's interesting because House of the Dragon second season, I like it, but I feel like it's just not as good.
It doesn't.
It's not as strong.
It doesn't move forward the story at all. I feel like it ends where it begins.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first season. Certainly, the first season is like one of the best seasons of Game of Thrones ever.
I agree.
So yeah, maybe this Night of the Seven Kingdoms could be similar. It's interesting. It's very grounded in the way, or not grounded is not the right word. It's like everything is in a very small. It's like a slice of life movie. Type situation with this show. It's really cool. And then also Game of Thrones characters, I cannot name more than one that I think is a good person. Like the people are bad. Everyone's a dick. And so it's kind of nice to follow a kind of some characters that don't seem like they're dickish. There's a wholesome vibe of this show that's very weird.
Much so.
It's kind of strange. Like there's like these characters care about each other and they show each other love, and it's like, oh, that's nice. Because the political intrigue of Game of Thrones in general, it feels like that just lends itself to people backstabbing each other. So there's like, it's kind of like little fingers at the top for the worst people, and then it kind of goes this way down, And there's some people that are nice. There were, but usually they don't. They don't last long, and this kind of sucks. But it's kind of cool.
Game of Thrones, you die, or whatever they say in the first season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I love that, and I would agree that the casting is completely spot on. I feel like it's amazing. I think that it's Peter Claffey plays the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and then Sir Dunk. And then Dexter Soul Ansel is crazy. I think he's amazing. The kid is amazing. He's amazing. If you've seen clips online on TikTok or whatever, that's him the whole time. He's really, really incredible. He's going to have a crazy career unless something befalls him. Like the fame hits him hard or some shit.
No.
But not like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Like, some of these child actors like Haley Joel Osment don't, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I follow you.
They don't always they kind of hit a path that doesn't really suit. Like, I don't know. They decide they don't like acting or anymore, or they do drugs or some shit. I don't want that to happen because this kid looks like he's gonna go far. He's awesome. And I think that whole dynamic is amazing. It's very buddy comedy. It is that in many ways. The one thing I would kind of push back on a little bit from your assessment of both this week and and 2 weeks ago when you talked about the show was the slapstick moniker. I don't feel like it's slapstick is like the definition of what slapstick is, because I was expecting it to be way more like way deeper physical comedy, and I don't feel like there's one moment in the first episode that definitely is that that though, but the rest of it's not really. I don't find it to be that. It's funny. It is kind of a comedy in some ways. It's the closest to a comedy we've gotten, certainly in Game of Thrones. But I don't know about slapstick's that deep. It's like I feel like that's like Three Stooges. When it hits me in the when somebody says slapstick, that's what I think about. But otherwise, yeah, no, I agree with everything you said. Dan Romer's score, the music in this show is also so good. I've been humming it. I was doing those events last week. I've been like whistling it and humming it while I'm working. It's awesome. I don't know. I really, really like it. There's also like a Seven Samurai vibe in it. There's this like, what I'm talking about? Like the Magnificent Seven. You watch that movie. You know what I'm talking? Seven Samurai, like Magnificent Seven just basically is Seven Samurai, but in Western. Basically, Seven Samurai is better. Oh, actually, have I seen Magnificent Seven, the original? No, maybe not. Maybe I've only watched that remake, which is definitely worse. I can't remember if I've seen the original. Yeah, that one's worse, but 100%. But yeah, I gotta see the Magnificent Seven, the kind of the remake kind of storyline in the West. But the Seven Samurai vibes, you know what I'm talking about in this in this show, in Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Yeah, kind of like it's they're trying to set up a crew, like get a crew together for this tournament piece,
or like Oceans. It's like an Oceans aspect too. That's what's I feel like Oceans 13, Oceans 11, 12, whatever. They kind of follow in that same idea as like collecting a team of people. And you're like, are we going to get the right number of people that will make this happen? It's like, and they're like, there's this underdog story of Seven Samurai that's really present in this as well. You're like, are these ragtag people going to work? Also, the Baratheon, like all the houses and the way they show up in this are freaking amazing. And like there's just, I love this like tiny vibe of not trying to have to jump around to all of these different storylines, keeping it condensed and contained in this smaller thing with characters that you can root for actually, and you actually care about. By the end of Game of Thrones, I was like, who do I even care about here? And to your credit, when you've said this many times, although I don't always agree with it, you say, the things that draw me in are the things that I can, not that you can, well, definitely the ones that you can relate to, but the characters that are not assholes. Like when the characters are complete assholes and you can't relate to them in any way, it's hard. Like you didn't like James Bond in Daniel Craig's James Bond because he's kind of a dick in Casino Royale, and you're like, I don't really like this guy. He just seems like a dick. So I can't relate to him, and therefore I can't relate to the story. Game of Thrones is kind of like that. There's a lot of intrigue, but there's a lot of just dickish characters. There's something about this show that makes me feel uplifted, and Game of Thrones didn't really uplift me almost at all. Neither did House of the Dragon. There's like, they talk about incest in Game of Thrones. In House of the Dragon, like it's pretty on display. You're following the Targaryens who are known for incest. And you're like, okay, guys, I don't. Am I supposed to like you? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's cool. They're retelling a story in a dramatic way for House of the Dragon, and it's following these grand ambitions of a story, a giant story. This is a very boutique beautiful little story. I don't know. I like it so far. I'm on the finale. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe it will be disappointing.
No, it's a great 7. Finale. I loved it. 6. I loved it, and I think you will as well. That's cool that you watched. I had no idea. Maybe if we were playing Marathon together, you would have told me. But hey, don't worry about
it. Well, you're not going to let it go. All right.
But no, I'm glad that you like it. This is just great television, and I'm glad that it's back. And again, it feels like they're going to release these at a decent clip. So again, because they confirmed season 2 for next year. It's already filming, I believe. So it's really nice. It's really nice.
The other thing that struck me about this show, just before we close off, and I'll throw it back to you for the other things you watched, is that I'm really impressed that this show is good and House of the Dragon is good. Mm-hmm. But I think that the idea of these spin-offs being good is really neat, and how unique they are. House of the Dragon is kind of similar to Game of Thrones, but this one, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, these creators who made this show, they really had a vision, and they clearly saw it through, which I'm really impressed by. Spin-offs don't always have that. They're always, to me, not always, but very often, kind of a shadow of the original in many ways. Not always, but in many ways. I look at The Walking Dead, which is one of those things that just has like 50 spin-offs, and I feel like nothing is quite as good as the original series, but then, well, maybe that one that I guess the Rick Grimes one. Apparently that's good. But it's kind of crazy because it seems like they're going through the motions. Like, we're going to do this cash grab. We're just going to go through the motions and make sure that we create like spin-offs because we know it's popular, so we can make money off of it. I wonder how good Yellowstones are and whether people think that they're as good as the original Kevin Costner series. And then that's like the other one that has like freaking 50 different spin-offs. It's insane how many spin-offs there are for Yellowstone. Yellowstone is one of those shows.
Is Landman also a spin-off, or is that just its own
No,
universe?
It's separate. It's just another Taylor Sheridan thing, but it's not related, from my understanding. But yeah, anyway. So I'm really impressed with the fact that A Night of the Seven Kingdoms you could even say that this could be your favorite Game of Thrones. Like, that's such an interesting thing that they're able to build something that you could maybe even argue that it's your favorite one, because the pace that they're making these Game of Thrones shows and this future movie we're going to talk about in a second, like it's crazy because they're making them at a pretty fast clip because they know that there's money in it. Obviously, like the executives care about that aspect, but the creatives that are lined up for it are passionate clearly to make something really good. And that's kind of what I'm also impressed by. Anyway.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, Game of Thrones was on such a high, and I feel like they missed out on a lot of these opportunities to expand it during that time. I'm glad that, they are doing it now, but like, you think about it, there was a couple of Game of Thrones games, like the Telltale Game of Thrones like season, which I actually really love. I think it's awesome. But they didn't make like a crazy like open world Game of Thrones like RPG, which it's like, I feel like this franchise is begging to be made into like a very dark, gritty video game. So yeah, it's kind of weird that even now, I mean, like, dude, Game of Thrones ended how many years ago? There's 2 spinoffs going, and there's no word of a Game of Thrones game apart from some like random mobile stuff. I feel like
it'd be cool. Like, I think it would be neat if somebody was looking at this, like a big publisher, like big developer was looking at this from afar and looking now at the spinoffs and then seeing A Night of the Seven Kingdoms and thinking, ooh, I can kind of see, because that you would be the player. So you're not really, the political aspect is what's so interesting about the original Game of Thrones series. I feel like that's the main draw. In this case, this is like again, you would be playing somebody like Sir Duncan. And that's kind of a cool idea for a game, in that I was looking at this, and I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I've been kind of drawing parallels. Game of Thrones is amazing because it's not crazy overbearing from the angle of the magic aspect. I really like that original aspect, that the original concept of that, more original concept, is that you got dragons and you got magic, but they did it in a more subtle way. It's not like a mirror of the Lord of the Rings universe, like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons I said before I'm not that super interested in the Baldur's Gate 3 like video game, but certainly the show, because it's like, all right, it's just a repeat of Lord of the Rings. You're just taking the same kind of tropes, the dwarves, the elves, whatever. Game of Thrones doesn't do that. They keep it grounded in that it's about humans, and there are different kind of races of people, but they're more subtle and they're mysterious. There's like, you don't really understand them fully, even throughout Game of Thrones. Like the giants, I'm like, how does that work? Like, what are they about? We don't really know. And so I think that's really cool and mysterious and interesting. There's unique aspects of this, but it is dark and gritty. You're right. That's a really great draw to make a really cool video game. I think people looking at Night of the Seven Kingdoms might draw inspiration and then maybe make a game after that. I don't know. Games take 5 years to spin up, dude. So if they haven't started working on it yet, they have that one game. Did that come out yet?
I think it was a mobile game, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
it's weird. But whatever.
Okay. What else? What else did you watch?
Yeah. Again, I'll just talk about it very briefly. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. It's back on Apple TV. I watched just the first episode. I think they released the second episode the other day. It's great, man. I love this show. I think it's awesome. I love this like Godzilla, this Legendary Pictures universe. It's very inconsistent, but this show is, more in line with the original like Godzilla movie, grounded, gritty, super interesting. I love that like Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell play the exact same guy, just at two different times. Like, and they do like the flashbacks, and I don't know. It's just really cool. I think the special effects as well in this show, fucking out of this world, dude. It's out of this world, man. Like you're watching and you're like, oh my goodness, like this is a TV show, and it literally like surprises me consistently. It's awesome. I'm glad this is back. I'm going to keep watching this week to week. Now, another show that I watched it's on Amazon Prime. It is the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show.
Oh, nice.
Have you watched the show, Simon?
No.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it. I actually, me and my wife, we watched, I think, 3 episodes. Yeah. And we were watching the fourth. And we literally like got halfway through it, and like both of us were like, "I'm just not really vibing with it," so we quit and then went back to Slow Horses. So now we're watching Slow Horses, season 3. I love Slow Horses, man; it's so phenomenal. But my issue with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it's oddly paced. I'm like very confused about it because so the setup is, you got Donald Glover. I think this show was created by him as well. He was show running it. He was originally going to make it with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. They had, I guess, creative differences and had like an amicable split. And so Donald Glover takes over the show. Maya Erskine comes in as the Mrs. Smith. And, it's essentially these two guys that you don't know much about their history, because that's kind of the point of the show, is like they don't talk about their past too much. They took this job as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and they're like spies, and they got to do, these missions. And it's essentially about how their relationship grows. But my biggest issue with the show is that their relationship goes from not knowing each other at all to like they're in love within like 3 episodes. And I don't know how much time passes between each episode, because like each episode's like, oh, here's your mission. This is what you got to do. And it kind of plays from there. And I just feel like it's not earned, if that makes sense. I don't believe these two as a couple. And I don't know, maybe the twist of the show later is that they're playing each other, and like they're actually not together. They don't like each other or whatever. But like at least going in, I just feel like the pacing is far too quick, and I don't really like these characters that much. There's this weird amount of jealousy between them. But again, I'm like, why are you jealous? Like you guys don't know each other. It's weird. It just doesn't fit, and I don't like the tone. There are like a couple of laughs here and there, but it's not really played as a comedy. Which is a shame, because I really like Donald Glover, like in what he's created. I only watched the first season of Atlanta. I watched that when it was airing. Loved it. I thought it was awesome. I got to go back to that show. And obviously I love him in Community. So I was looking forward to kind of diving in. I was like, this is a show that I probably will like, and I'm excited to go into it. But yeah, we were watching it. I'm like, honestly, if I'm going to watch a spy show, I'm going to watch the better show in Slow Horses. And it makes me also think like, man, how good would this show have been if it was Phoebe Waller-Bridge doing it? Because I think she's amazing at what she does. Again, I think Fleabag is like 2 of the best seasons of television out there. And I'm super looking forward to her Lara Croft show coming out in the next year or so.
Yeah, that's her spy show. You can do that. Because I feel like Lara Croft has some spy elements to it, Yeah. It's like 20% spy and then 80% dungeon diving.
Shooting dinosaurs.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Now, 79% dungeon diving, 1% shooting dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's true. Just 1%. Yeah. But so I'm excited about that show and kind of what she's going to do. It's interesting because like I kind of went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, man, Phoebe Waller-Bridge hasn't really done too much, but everything that she has like show run or ran is all like quite well liked. She did a show called, oh man, it has the same name as that Pete Holmes show that you like. It's on HBO.
Crashing?
Yeah. She made a show called Crashing. It's one season, which I think is relatively well liked. I think 6 episodes. She show ran that. She was the showrunner and creator of the first season of Killing Eve, which I know is very well liked. At least that, the first few seasons. I think the last season kind of went down. And then I dove into that show a little bit because I was curious about watching it. It's interesting because it has 4 seasons. Each season is a different showrunner. Emerald Fennell, director of, Promising Young Woman, most recently Wuthering Heights, she did season 2. I was like, oh, that's super interesting.
I feel like I knew that more so than I don't think I knew the Phoebe Waller-Bridge thing.
Yeah. Oh. So I kind of want to watch Killing Eve, but I think it ends poorly. So I'm like, it's too bad. It's too bad.
Oh, okay.
But hey, if the first few seasons are good, then maybe. But anyways, so yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, not for me. Didn't really like it, unfortunately. But yeah, a lot to look forward to with Lara Croft. Now, Simon, to talk about 2 films that I watched. I'll talk about this one first. I watched this most recently. I think I went on Tuesday evening with a couple buddies.
Yeah.
And it's a Canadian movie called Nirvana, the Band, the Show, the Movie. It's a comedy movie. It's rated incredibly well. It's by these 2 guys that I think they did like a YouTube channel for the longest time and then, had their own show. And then now they made a movie, which is like, 17 years in the making. And it is a really wacky movie because it's shot kind of mockumentary style in a way. And everything is like super serious, like the situations they go into, but they're really the only actors technically. And then everyone else that is surrounding them are just like regular people on the street, or like, they'll go into like a Canadian Tire and talk to the worker and they're like kind of filming like around the corner. It's interesting. It's tough to talk about this movie because again, it is a comedy and it has a lot to do with time travel, funnily enough, and just these wacky stunts. All I really want to say about this movie is watch it. Like, go watch it. I love that this movie, like a movie like this was even made. It's cool that it's Canadian, and it's crazy that it even had a theatrical release. They actually like do like a fourth wall break where the guy, says like, hey, if you're watching this in theaters, that's crazy. Like, who would have thought this would be in theaters? It was really cool. I had no history of these 2 guys. I never watched like their YouTube stuff. I'm getting a lot of like YouTube videos pop up now, like algorithmically of their stuff. So I'm kind of, going back into that. But this show is, this movie, Nirvana, the Band, the Show, the Movie, is remarkable. And it's a really just top tier comedy, awesome jokes, and incredibly wacky. And the way they do the effects are super interesting because again, this movie takes place in 2008 for part of it. There's like time travel, like a time travel aspect, and the way they pulled that off in Toronto is so it's just brilliant. It kind of reminds me, not like they're not same tonally, but the creativity aspect of it, like Bo Burnham's Inside, that he like filmed during COVID, like it's just like this creator that, put all of his, thoughts and ideas into this amazing, hour and a half, long thing. And it's just incredibly creative. And I really loved it. It's tough to talk about though, because I don't really want to spoil the plot or talk about the jokes, of course. But yeah, I really liked it, man. I really liked it. It's cool. Canadian movies. Who would have thunk? And the last thing I watched, Scream 7. I watched that on opening night. I went with my wife. It's good. It's not getting great reviews. It's doing incredibly well at the box office. This is kind of, I would say it's probably the weakest Scream movie, if not one of the weaker ones. Okay. Maybe down there with like 3. But it's not bad. I think every Scream movie hits like a certain level of quality, and it's just an enjoyable time. It's a fun romp, and it's cool to see, like Neve Campbell back, her being kind of the main character, and it's almost kind of like a passing of the torch because her daughter is kind of the main focus of the movie. I just think there was it's a weird. They do some weird story choices, which I wasn't like a huge fan of. And I talked a little bit about a lot of the.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, sorry. Go
Nev
ahead.
Campbell's daughter is in it as her daughter. No,
sorry. Like the character. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay,
Sydney,
cool.
Sydney's daughter. It like switches the focus to her
I just
as
thought it
kind
was
of the main
both.
character.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
no.
cool.
Sorry.
I
The
was like,
way
I didn't
said
know that. I was
The
going
way
to
I
look
said
it up.
that was
I'm like,
poor.
I may as well just ask you.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know if I would have been the only one who was confused.
Yeah, sorry, that's on me. Yeah, it's fun. I was talking a little bit about it either last episode or the episode before, where it's like a lot of the fun of the Scream movies is trying to, it's figuring it out, like who's the person that did it. Like it's a whodunit,
Right.
Murder mystery.
Yeah.
And I think the issue with this movie is it's quite predictable on like who the murderers are. Like I kind of guessed it very quick into the movie. They do a lot of cool things though. And it is incredibly violent and brutal. And again, it still has that like charm, that Scream charm, that like kind of meta commentary stuff. It does make me wonder though, like what this movie could have been with, Christopher Landon still at the helm. And, we probably would have still had Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega a part of this one. And, maybe, how it would have all worked out. Again, I have a running theory that I think Christopher Landon took a lot of his ideas from Scream 7 and put it into his Heart Eyes script, which is an awesome slasher movie. But like I don't necessarily think like you got to rush out to see it. I know you're not like a huge Scream fan. You've watched the movies, but I don't think you love them as much as I do. But it's still worth watching. It's still worth watching. And I'm certain there's going to be an 8th one based on not only how the movie kind of ends, but also I think it's the best performing Scream movie at the box office, which is interesting because there's like a lot of like kind of protesting about that movie based on like the like Israel Palestine stuff. Because Melissa Barrera got fired for just pointing out that genocide's bad. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
That's anti-Semitic? It's crazy. So, but really good. Not really good. It's good. It's fun. I liked it. I really enjoy these movies.
Yeah, to reiterate, I feel like that firing aged poorly. But yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
I feel
it's
like
crazy.
people don't. Yeah, because I mean, initially there was like, oh, what are you talking about? But there's also like, I don't know, people were kind of on both sides. I don't know, like based on how it developed over there. Since he said that, because a lot happened in Gaza, like after she had made that statement.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, okay, yeah. I was looking at the box office here. They're at worldwide $149 million. I don't know how the other ones did. That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. If you're saying it's the weakest one, I probably won't go see this in theaters. I'll just see it after. But yeah, because I'm not a big Scream guy. But yeah, I think 2 was my if I remember correctly from my Letterboxd scores, is 2 that was my least favorite. Because it was a rehash. If I remember correctly, it was a rehash of the first one, and it kind of worse. And like there was plot holes that I didn't really respect. I never respect plot holes, but I respected these even less.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was kind of what I remember anyway. Because then 3 is the one with Hayden Panettiere, right?
No, that's 4.
Oh, what the hell is 3?
3 is like the movie where they're like making the movie and it's
Oh,
like the actors
yeah, I
and
kind of like that one for whatever reason. That was a weird one. That was strange.
Yeah, that one is weird. I like 3 quite a bit. 3 is probably again, it's interesting. Like 3 is, I think it would, like if I were to rank them off the top of my head, 3 would have been the worst, like the lowest on the list for me. But again, I still like it. Again, there's still fun in it.
You always mention the meta aspect. Like that one's really meta because of that's what I was remembering too. Because of the movie, they were filming a movie about the situation. It's like, wow, that's so. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, all right, cool, man. All right, well, that's it for what we've been watching. Are you ready to move on?
Oh, did you not watch anything else? You just watched?
I watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
House of the Seven Kingdoms is what I just called it. So
the House of the Seven Thrones.
Yeah,
like not really. I've been playing a lot of games. So I just kind of haven't watched as much. Usually we have like a one movie we kind of saw together.
Mm-hmm.
But then we finished. Didn't we just finish something? Dawn and I finished watching something else before we jumped into Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but I can't remember what it was. Something I talked about, certainly. The last.
All Your Friends and Neighbors?
No, that was a long time ago.
Okay. I don't know.
It's just Your Friends and Neighbors, Adrian?
No, it's All Your Friends and Neighbors.
All yours? Yours. Yeah, mine?
Yeah, All Your Friends and Neighbors. You were watching.
Friends and Neighbors. Right, yeah. I was just watching.
You were watching them outside your window.
Yep.
You said that you're weird socially, so you just watch people.
Yeah, agoraphobic.
Yeah.
Looking out the window. Out the rear window. Yeah. Okay,
well, that's cool, man. So again, you're playing a bunch of video games, eh?
Yeah.
Like Marathon, I heard you're playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Marathon. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as I mentioned. I finished the DLC for Yuffie in Final Fantasy 7, so I can delete that from my console, which I did. It's cool. It's exciting. This year's stacked. Every time I look at the list of games coming out, and movies, to be honest, it's like on a...
I know, it's relentless.
How much great film and TV and movies
so much content,
film, TV, and video games that are coming out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You see how I avoided to use the word content, but you used it.
I mean,
there's something really icky about that word. It's icky. I don't like it.
It's icky because of like how these like big CEOs use it, but we can take it back. We can take that word back.
I guess.
I'm going to take that word back. But yeah.
All right.
do that. Speaking of video games, dude, and I'll tie this into a movie technically kind of a little bit. But I played through Resident Evil 9, Requiem.
Yeah. Nice.
God damn, that game's good, man. That game is awesome. I played through it 3 times. I got the platinum. Nice. Really enjoyed it. Terrifying, but also like super fun and action heavy at times.
Sweet.
It's a remarkable game, and it makes me like super excited for Zach Cregger's Resident Evil movie, because I feel like that this could be, some next level stuff. I love the tone of Resident Evil, the campiness, while still being able to have like these terrifying moments. And I know he's not adapting any of the games, but he said like I'm basing it off like the tone and the feel. Like this is gonna feel like a Resident Evil movie, despite it not having like Leon S. Kennedy as the main character or whatever. I'm just so intrigued about what this guy's going to do. Like, is he going to make it like a truly terrifying movie and then have these like kind of wacky scenes sprinkled throughout, which he kind of did with like Barbarian, I think is like a prime example.
I'm like from that, like I don't have the context, so like you'll be the judge when we go see it in theaters. But like, what is he going to do from a lore perspective if he doesn't have these characters, which have kind of been mainstays throughout the run of Resident Evil? That's what's interesting, because they've introduced new characters, but they haven't introduced too many Resident new ones in the most recent. Like they introduced new characters, but there's always a mainstay character pretty much in most of these at some point, right? What's the last one that they introduced only new characters and didn't have mainstays? Like they always kind of like link them. They like daisy chain them with the like a different character, because it's not really an anthology. Like they have,
they're all set in the same world. But yeah, like Resident Evil 7's the closest one, because like they eventually bring in like one of the mainstay characters, but it's honestly like right at the end of the game, like literally in the last like minute of the video game, where like there's this guy. So like, and then the DLC is like with one of the mainstay characters. So I don't know, it's interesting. I feel like you just match the tone. It's set in the world. There's so many. I mean, it's kind of set in our world with like a different corporation. I just think you can do a lot. Maybe you're
as long as you you make sure the corporation's in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Like not all this whole series doesn't take place in Raccoon City, does it?
No.
Right. It's way outside. So would they start? I feel like wouldn't you start in Raccoon City or no?
Depends where it's set. Sorry, when it's set.
I know, but the question is, what lore is he going to draw on so that fans aren't upset? There's an element of like, will it look like discount Resident Evil if you don't nail down some of the greater points? Because it is, it's like doing a Final Fantasy movie. What does that look like? Like if it's not related,
they made it. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It's not connected to any game.
So it's its own thing.
It's a travesty.
Yeah.
It's a bad.
They don't like it. See, there we go.
Yeah,
that's why I'm curious. But I mean.
I don't know. Again,
Yeah.
I think
Krager's
because
good, so.
of what Resident Evil 7 was, because it's different area, again, very minimal like connection to any of the mainline games or whatever. Like, I think, I don't know, you can just make a fucking scary ass thing at a random, literally like in the swamps. It's like, it's not set in Raccoon City. It's not even set close to Raccoon City. You're just some guy trying to find his wife that's been dead for a while. He's like, where's my wife? She's in the swamp area, and it goes into a spooky house, and the shit goes crazy. You know, like,
yeah. So you're
like
just saying that they could just nail down the tone, and it would be fine. I'm just wondering, like, at what point will it look like it's like freaking Cloverfield? It's like at the end of the movie, it's like Resident Evil. It's like, oh, is it? It's like, you know what I mean? Like Cloverfield Lane is like, how is that Cloverfield though? Like, what makes it Cloverfield? What makes it Resident Evil? Like a horror movie, there's like 20 a year that launch in theaters. That's where the lines, that's the question, is how they do it. You're not going to do it in first person, which sometimes the games are in third person. So it's like there's that too. So that's my curiosity. You'll be the judge when it happens, because so far everything from Resident Evil has kind of drawn into the games, right? They've all not done a great job, but they have the same characters from the games, and they don't do a good job sometimes with like actually making them seem like the characters in the games, like the original.
Which is
Resident
a big
Evil
criticism
movies.
of the last Resident Evil movie by Johan Roberts or whatever. I like that.
Oh, you
movie.
thought it wasn't connected enough? That one, you feel like it wasn't true enough? Is that the problem with it?
Like the representation of like Leon as an example is very different in that movie. But it's like, I don't know, at a certain point, I'm definitely a hypocrite when it comes to this, because again, my biggest issue with The Last of Us season 2 is like I'm like, they diverted too much from the source material, and I didn't like the changes. Whereas like with Resident Evil, I'm not as attached to. I love the franchise. I played Resident Evil 2 remake, 3 remake, 4 remake, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like all 9. And I played all of those and a couple of the spinoffs. But I don't know. I think what that movie nailed, even though it didn't nail the characters exactly, it nailed the tone and the vibe. So I don't know. I think that's all ultimately, I think that's what Zach Krieger's going for, like nailing that tone, nailing the vibe. I'm sure there's going to be some connections to, the Umbrella Corporation or something along those lines. I'm sure you're going to see some, weird zombie, like the mutated zombie things. I think if he draws enough from that, I think he can nail it. Because he's 2 for 2 in my books with weapons and Barbarian. So
yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, buddy. Now let's move on to the montage, a sequence of our show in which I briefly present at least 7 of the bi-week's smaller news stories as Adrian delivers a brisk verdict. Number 1. The BAFTA Awards were presented on the 22nd of February. Director Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another picked up the most awards with 6, including Best Film. Director Ryan Coogler's Sinners won 3 awards, and actor Robert Aramayo took home the Best Actor award for his work in I Swear, beating out both Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Interesting. I honestly didn't even hear about this I Swear movie, and I kind of looked into it. It seems like it's good. It's about a guy with Tourette's.
Wait, I feel like you heard about it.
And then a guy with Tourette's yelled the N-word.
I guess you heard about it then.
Yeah.
Or is that the only, you didn't connect those?
What do you mean?
You didn't connect those things?
The I Swear?
It's about that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I connected it after the fact.
Oh, you didn't hear about it before it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, before the BAFTAs. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is in the next year. Because I Swear came out this year, I think, and the BAFTAs are on a different schedule. So their awards will be different. So it won't be eligible, I don't think, for Oscars this year. That's why it didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
Cool.
Number 2. Emily in Paris star Lily Collins has been cast as Audrey Hepburn in a film about the making of the 1961 classic Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Wow, cool.
Number 3, Netflix's Addams Family spin-off series Wednesday is officially in production for season 3.
Wonderful. I did never watch the show.
Number 4, Tom Hanks has been cast as Abraham Lincoln in the film adaptation of the novel Lincoln in the Bardo. The Duke Johnson directed movie will be created with a mix of both live action and stop motion animation.
Wild. I don't know.
Number 5, as the Hollywood Reporter reports, Hulu has greenlit a pilot episode for Sinners director Ryan Coogler's X-Files reboot. The Harder They Fall actor Danielle Deadwyler has been cast as one of the core detectives for the new series.
Nice. I don't really have any attachment to X-Files really, but I'll check this out, man. Ryan Coogler kills it.
Number 6. According to Deadline, Apple has canceled the Kristen Wiig starring comedy Palm Royale after its 2nd season.
Oh, okay. Too bad. So sad.
Number 7. As Deadline reports, Netflix's House of Cards showrunner and Andor screenwriter Beau Willimon has been tapped to write a Game of Thrones film for Warner Brothers. The film is set to follow the first of the Targaryen kings, Aegon I.
Nice. I mean, good job attaching a storied writer onto this.
Number 8. According to publication Deadline, Minari director Lee Isaac Chung has dropped out of the new Oceans franchise prequel film that he was developing with Barbie actor Margot Robbie.
I honestly forgot this movie was even being made, so it's okay.
Number 9. As announced by the Bear actor Jamie Lee Curtis in a red carpet interview, the FX restaurant drama The Bear is set to end after its upcoming 5th season.
It's kind of sad that it is, but I can see why, based on how season 4 ended.
Strangely, it didn't look like it was announced in any other way before she did that. So I don't know. That was a strange part about that announcement.
Just let it slip.
But why wouldn't you just say it out loud if you're the showrunner? I don't know. Number 10, as reported in an interview with Pixar Studios head Pete Docter in the Wall Street Journal, a Monsters Incorporated sequel film, Incredibles 3, and Coco 2 have all been greenlit.
Oh, nice. Cool. I like Pixar and Pete Docter.
And that concludes the montage.
Wow. That Hoppers movie doing well.
Doing really well, yeah.
Beaver Avatar movie. It's doing very well.
Beaver Avatar. Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. It's Beaver Avatar.
It's Beaver Avatar.
Yeah, it's a good cast.
I want to watch it. It looks really cute and fun.
It does, yeah. I mean, Pixar rarely misses, you know? I feel like they haven't had the box office successes that they've had in the past, but they don't miss from a creative level. Like,
well,
generally.
I don't even know about that, man. I mean, that Elemental movie, like, it came out, wasn't reviewed particularly well, and it made like $1 billion fucking dollars. So, like, they're still doing well. But yeah,
Elemental
I know that movie wasn't
well.
Huh? It was like 70-ish on Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
oh, that's so good. I'm
Yeah.
saying they don't have a fail. It's very rare.
Yeah.
You know, no below 60.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just feel like they were on a stretch where it's like 100%.
I know they were killing it.
Yeah.
Coco, I love. Coco is probably
Coco.
the one I'm most from this list here. The one I most anticipate because I really like. I think Coco was amazing. The art in it was crazy.
Mhm.
The amount
The
of
music
detail in the
slapped.
city. Oh, the music was amazing. That
Yeah.
was amazing. That was one of the few Pixar musicals, right? Because
Yeah.
there's not that many Pixar movies that are musicals, but that was really good.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2, I think is the only movie I struggled to stay awake in recent memory and any memory in theaters.
Oh, why?
I couldn't stay awake. I don't know why. I was dead tired. I was awake. I stayed awake, but I don't think it was an indictment of the movie. I feel like it's just me. I was just really exhausted from work and stuff.
Yeah. There was that movie we watched so long ago, All the Money in the World, I think it was.
Right.
Where that movie, I literally was like, I'm going to fall asleep in this movie. I like kept on being like, oh.
Oh,
I
really?
remember, yeah.
That's so rare for me. I don't know how often that happens to you, but it's so rare.
Yeah, very rare. Have you ever fallen asleep at a movie theater?
No. Have you?
I have once.
Oh.
And it was, I went and rewatched The Force Awakens, I think. I was just so tired. And I remember like there's this,
perfect.
like I'm like watching it and then, all of a sudden it's like the last like 20 minutes of the movie. I'm like, dude, I passed out. I passed
At
right
the end.
fuck it.
You're like,
I blinked
not
and
me.
I'm like, damn.
not me though.
Yeah.
You know, The Force Awakens, just not me.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, what are we moving on to here? I think we're about to dive into, Adrian, a trilogy of topical tidings, a component of our show where we discuss at least 3 film and TV industry news stories that have been somewhat zeitgeisty over the past 2 weeks. The first one is a doozy, I think. I think it's going to be a fun conversation. I was curious about what you thought about it the whole week here. But anyway, Prime Video... Amazon Prime Video is making a God of War TV series made by creator Ronald D. Moore, who made Battlestar Galactica, Outlander. He's had a hand in Outlander and For All Mankind, which he's an executive producer on. And the God of War series is fast approaching at this point. They seem to be like well into production at this point of recording this this podcast. So they've cast a lot of the actors that need to be in the roles for the God of War characters like Kratos and Atreus, Odin and Thor, and all these gods essentially. It's cool, but there was actually before we get to that, I'll just say, I guess publication Variety reported that Game of Thrones actor Ed Skrein has been cast as Odin's son Balder in the upcoming God of War TV series, which is interesting. I don't love that because I'm a big fan of oh my god, Daniel
Faraday.
Daniel Faraday. Yeah, where am I? Oh my god, how did I lose his mind? I just had his name in my mind and it slipped. Where did it go? It
is Jeremy Davies.
Thank you, Jeremy Davies, who I think did a brilliant job in the God of War game. So I was hoping that he would be cast in this because he's motion captured in the game God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. No, not God of War Ragnarok. Well, whatever. He's in God of War 2018. But yeah, so I thought he did a brilliant job in that. I was hoping that he would be in this, but they seem to have cast someone else. And I don't dislike Ed Skrein, but I don't know. He's fun.
He's like an actor I've seen him in stuff, but I've never been like, oh, yeah, I want to see Ed Skrein on screen. You know, I've never said that.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, he was a recast.
He was recasted.
Yeah, he was.
He left.
He was a recast. No, he was.
He was
recasted. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he was
recasted. Dario or whatever. And then they changed that character the next season. And when I say they changed that character, I mean like they literally changed that character's entire personality and everything. I remember watching that show being like, wait, who the fuck's this guy? And it's like, oh, remember that episode where I was Ed Skrein last season? And I was like, no, because you have a different personality, man, in this season. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway. So that's something. I don't know if you cared much about that. I did care about casting Jeremy Davies, but it didn't happen.
Would have been nice.
So that's too bad.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
I really want Bear McCreary. There was two things I wanted from this show. As Bear McCreary to do the score, because I think his score is amazing. For God of War Ragnarok and God of War 2018. And I wanted Jeremy Davies to play, because I'm a fan of Jeremy Davies. Like, I just think that his role in Justified and even in Lost, but in Justified in particular, he's amazing. He's really, really cool. So I was disappointed that he wasn't, but oh well, it is what it is. But the main thing I wanted to talk about here was that they released a first look photo of that series. Yeah. And it's getting a lot of negative vibes online. Well, I mean, it's online, so it's always going to be negative in some spin. Of course. But in this case, could it be warranted? Adrian, what do you think about this one shot? This one shot of Kratos and his son Atreus. His son Atreus is shooting a bow. And he's Kratos, played by Ryan Hurst, has got, he's doing the dad watching his son play soccer vibes, and he's got his hands on his knees and he's looking at him. What do you think about that? Are you bringing up the photo just to make sure you can
I got it right there.
Okay, so I'm going to bring it up too, just so that we can reanalyze it,
Yeah.
So this was posted by Amazon. They chose to post this. This is not a leaked photo. This was chosen as a marketing beat. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it looks kind of wacky. I'll be honest with you. That initial glance, it just looks a little weird. I think, I don't know, in one of we do like a video game draft, and I think our mutual friend Phil, he posted the photo, and he's like, it kind of looks like AI. And I don't necessarily want to say it looks like AI. It just seems like bad Photoshop. Like, it doesn't seem like this was them outside taking a picture. It almost looks like they were planted on this image, and then someone kind of photoshopped it and made it look like this. And what kind of adds fuel to the fire for that perspective is that Ryan Hurst actually went out and made a statement saying, "Don't believe everything you see," which was really weird considering.
Is that the statement? Don't believe everything you see?
That's what he said that. Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of a weird thing to say considering Amazon. This is the official Amazon thing that they posted. So I don't know. I just found it looked a little odd. Atreus looks super young as well, which is not an issue, but he's like a super tiny kid. So I'm curious how that's going to kind of play in the show, which has already been greenlit for 2 seasons. So
What does
I
that
just
mean?
find
Don't
it.
believe everything
I don't
you
know.
see
I
on
don't
the
necessarily like this image that much. Pardon me.
What does that mean? Don't believe
Yeah.
everything you see on the internet, kids. Why would you send that?
Yeah.
But your show, they marketed this image. This was the
I know.
choice.
Yeah, it was very confusing when I saw
Okay.
that. Okay. And again, that's why I assume like this isn't an actual like legitimate photo. I feel like they had like a costume like prep thing or whatever, and they were like, "Cool, let's Photoshop these guys into like these
Oh,
woods."
that's what you. I don't agree. I don't think that's what he's saying.
You don't
I
think?
think-
What do you think he's saying?
No, I think I think what he's saying is photos of a set are a bad indicator of what the show will be because it's moving pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pick, like, let's say you're watching a show right now, like right now, let's say you're watching Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
And then you stop Game of Thrones randomly, you hit pause, and then
Yeah.
you look at the images of the image on the screen. Probably one of the actors is going to look weird. That's what I'm thinking. This is not a Photoshop. This is a bad image because they picked a really bad image of the actual actors in motion. When I saw this image, I thought, why did they pick this image? That's the thought I had. I didn't think it's AI. I didn't think it looked faked. I think it looks real. The problem is that you're doing something. You're filming on set, right? And you have these actors are filming on set, and then a set photographer comes by and then snaps a photo, and this is the photo they chose. And to me, I just think that who's in charge of marketing here? Because those people did a bad job.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't necessarily determine the show will be bad, but you have to question some of the creatives involved. If Ronald D. Moore said, yeah, I approve. Like, what are you approving that photo? My issue is, I think it's real. I just think what Ryan Hurst is trying to say is, don't believe this because this is not what moving images in a TV show look like. Here's my issue with them choosing this photo, because I think it's real. So that's establishing that. I think the costumes are fine. People are like saying the costumes are bad. I don't agree. I think
Yeah, I
fine.
disagree. Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
I think the costume looks great. I think they look good.
I think the kid looks fine too. Actually, I don't care about the kid. My issue is theoretically with this, Ryan Hurst was 6'6". He's a big guy, but he's not like 8 feet tall, which I think God of War, like Kratos, is very tall.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to do some tricks with forced perspective to kind of make him look big. I would argue to make him look, like they did with Gandalf and the Hobbits. Like how they made Sir Ian McKellen was sitting on a platform next to Elijah Wood to make him look bigger when he was on the carriage in the first that the buggy, the horse and buggy in the very beginning of Fellowship. So I think you have to do some forced perspective. And this is the opposite of forced perspective. He's standing at the back. There's a very small child, obviously, and he's standing at the back and he's bending over. And it's like, well, that's not going to make him look bigger. It's going to make him look smaller. But this is your first image you're choosing. Then if you look at it, his brow, he's furrowing his brow and his mouth is agape. He's like, why is he looking like why is his mouth open? It's just, it's just, if you look at you pause anything you're watching The Pit season 2, you hit pause. I did that for my wife, because just in case she listens to this, because she's watching this season 2 of The Pit right now.
Wow.
Which, by the way, I just want to side note, when she turned on season 2, episode 3 or something like that of The Pit, it still says Max Originals. How is it possible that they're still advertising Max instead of HBO Max? I don't understand that. But anyway,
yeah, I actually didn't even notice
bizarre
that. That's
bullshit.
weird.
But it's crazy because that animation looks pretty awesome. There's like a lens animation they do with the little dot in the middle of Max, like the circle in the middle of the A. Anyway, it looks cool, but it's like, why does it not say HBO? Anyway, side note. But yeah, my point here is they're not really doing forced perspective. His mouth is agape. He doesn't look imposing, and the scar doesn't look quite right. And his head is like, he's like furrowing his brow. Yeah. And people are saying that he's wearing like a bald cap.
Yeah, it's very evident. So Ryan Hurst, I looked into this because I know, I'm like, man, it does look like he's wearing a bald cap.
Is he?
And Ryan Hurst is like, for religious reasons, he can't shave his hair because I believe
I wouldn't have casted him then. Sorry, dude. Personally, sorry.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like, not cast someone.
Are you not? He's an actor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The black man who just who's just applied to audition for this role. He had a great performance. I guess we're gonna have to cast him. Like, no, you have to cast people who do the thing you need them to do.
Yeah,
they don't look like Kratos. You can't literally cast him. It's not possible. So I'm pretty sure you can just say, no, I'm sorry, that's part of the rules. I mean, it's shaving your head, so maybe not for that reason. You can do a bald cap that's realistic. So if you that's fair, then so if people have that criticism, good, that's good, because that is a problem. It's you can see it because he's the way his he's got like wrinkles on his forehead, which people do, and so does Kratos. To be fair, then I'm kind of worried. Actually, I'm a little bit more worried about this. Then I didn't realize that thing about the bald cap. I didn't think it was a bald cap. I couldn't tell. And it's too small of an image. Like the image is, I'm zooming in to kind of see. But people had that criticism. I don't know. I've not really seen too much with Ryan Hurst in it. I thought he did an amazing job as Thor. So I like him in Sons of Anarchy. I didn't see Sons of Anarchy. So for me, I don't have a perspective in that way. And the fact that he said now it's throwing me off. He said, don't believe everything you see. What are you talking about? It's literally what we're seeing. It's like Donald Trump starting a war with Iran and saying, we're not calling this a war. I'm like, it's a war, you dumbass. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? How could that be? So like, it's the same idea. Like, don't believe everything you see. It's like, what is there? Are you saying that this is a faked image by Amazon Prime? I don't think so. It's not. So he's trying to say that the video is going to look better, but I don't know. He just doesn't look like he's selling. He's not selling it. Neither of them are selling it. So I don't know. Not sure. But you can now I'm believing now I can see all the problems with the bald cap.
Yeah, I'm sorry I pointed that out, but I noticed it, and I'm like, that's a shame.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still even keeled. Like, I'll wait for it because you don't know. The marketing people maybe Ron D. Moore didn't have anything to do with approving it. Yeah. But I do kind of think you should do some tricks with forced perspective to do this show to actually make it. I think that would have been smart.
Yeah, but I'm going to be optimistic about it again, just because it's one image. It's one image, one frame of a show that's 24 frames per second. You know, How many seconds are there going to be in the first episode? You know, it's like a percent of a percent of a percent, right? So again, I'm going to still be cautiously optimistic. I do agree though, like this is a bad first look. It makes me like wonder sometimes where I'm like, again, like you said, like who's making these decisions? Was there no one in the room being like, the internet's so volatile that everyone's like always upset about everything.
Gaming culture, the internet gaming culture is so volatile. It's so gross. I hate it. It pisses me off every single time. So for me, it's like, it doesn't make me offended necessarily on just like the existence of it, but it's like, you didn't think that people were going to be upset. They're upset about everything. Everything. They're going to rip you apart on every single goddamn thing. And it's one image. You have time to massage it to make it look brilliant. You didn't think that would be important. No, you're going to have him do a dad pose, like leaning over. He's also not.
The God of War like creator David Jaffe was talking how he's like, it looks like Kratos is taking a shit in the woods. And I don't think it kind of does, unfortunately.
David Jaffe's a bit too extreme. I don't know. I feel like he's a bit jealous. He strikes me as a bit jealous. I don't know about you, but it wasn't just that. It sounds like Sparta specifically that really throws me off because he's like ripping into it. Like, guy,
it's honestly not a good game, dude. I bowed out. I gave up. I don't really like Metroidvanias. You don't like
Metroidvanias? That's not. Is that a fair assessment?
I just think the story's actually really bad too. The voice acting is not particularly great. I don't care about the story. I wasn't intrigued. I don't think it's a good game. I'll be honest with you. Not for me at all.
Okay, well, it's a 70 on Metacritic, so to be nuanced, I feel like you're not David Jaffe, but I don't know. Maybe you agree with him.
I'm definitely not David Jaffe. I think he is definitely extreme, but
he's extreme. That's the problem with him. He's you can say you don't like it without ripping into it so hard. He didn't even play it. And he's ripping in. It's like, guy,
he did play it.
He played the whole thing. By the time he's reviewing it online, there was only one hour between. The game got released. It was like a day, and then he's like ripping into it. It's like, Jesus Christ! I think
in that video he like explicitly said he played it for like 2 or 3 hours at that point, and it was just like,
I don't know if that's enough for you to just like you're just destroying it. Again, this is the internet culture, right? Like nothing gets a click unless you attack like at full-fledged velocity. So,
but I do agree with him. It kind of does look like Kratos is taking a shit in the woods. So,
yeah, I don't know.
He's like watching his son pull that bow back, get ready to shoot that arrow, man. Hit a
And
deer.
he's shooting one out from the other side.
Boy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh boy. Got a big turd coming here.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. David Jaffee doesn't like 2018 God of War. No, he doesn't like it. That's what I'm saying. He strikes me as
No, he
jealous.
likes God of War 2018.
I thought you said he didn't like it. No, I distinctly remember that. He didn't like it because this isn't Kratos. He was saying that.
Yeah, he was a lot more vocal about Ragnarok and disliking Ragnarok story beats. But no,
Right,
he still likes God of War 2018. He does feel like it's not his like version of Kratos. He doesn't like the evolution of the character, but he said that it was a good game, like, and that he enjoyed it.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
he kind of didn't like all the versions since he's been gone, in a way.
But well, again, he talks positively about God of War 2018. Okay. It is interesting because the way he discusses Kratos as a character is that Kratos was built to be like a comic book character. Like the status quo is going to stay the same, just like a Batman or a Superman, right? And that's the way he always visioned his character, his creation. So I think like him kind of seeing growth in that character when in his mind, it's like, well, you have like a Batman comic book where Batman's like, changing who he is as a person. That was kind of his argument. I'm doing a bad job explaining, but no, again, I listen to a lot of his content. I quite like him. I think he's very extreme a lot of the time, and I disagree with him a lot, but I don't know. I think his opinion is important considering he is the creator of it. So,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next story here. Netflix has dropped out of their bid to purchase Warner Brothers Discovery. This saga is continuing. After Paramount has submitted what the Warner Brothers Discovery board has called a superior deal. It sounds like because there's no other opposition, this is going to go through. It will be Paramount that buys Warner Brothers. So this is kind of the end of the saga, theoretically, unless somehow this gets stopped.
I don't think it will.
Like the deal
considering the relationship between
David Ellison and
David Ellison and the president. I don't think it will, but there's still a chance. There's a couple of interesting tidbits about this story as well, because Paramount is paying Netflix's like what is it, $4 billion fee, what is it called, cancellation fee, contract fee thing. So that's super interesting. And the list, like, I guess, a more positive outlook about Paramount beating Netflix in this. Paramount's still all in on the theater industry. Like, they still release movies. They have, big blockbuster movies that they will put out there. And so I think this is probably better for the theater, like the cinema future of Warner Bros. Compared to what Netflix was going to do, even though they did say that they're still going to bring movies to theaters and stuff. To be, again, more nuanced and give a positive about Paramount beating Netflix over this. I think, though, as a whole, I think this is much worse.
Than Netflix doing it.
Yeah, than Netflix doing it. Really the only benefit is chances are the theatrical run times are going to be either the same or definitely not longer. But they're going to stay more committed to the theatrical releases compared to what Netflix would have done. Apart from that, though, not really stoked about it personally. I don't know about you, man. Not really stoked about it. In a perfect world, I feel like it would have been nice if just this simply didn't happen. Huge companies gobbling up other big companies, and eventually we're going to be at a point where there's like 2 or 3 companies, which is pretty much what we're already at. But it's just like we're watching it happen right before our eyes. So I don't know. I'm not stoked about this. I'm curious what it's going to do, because Paramount David Ellison is far more, he's right wing. He's conservative, right? He's more of a conservative guy. It's, Paramount is more of a conservative network from the looks of it. They will now own CNN. Not to say like CNN does good reporting or anything but they're the opposite of the Fox News, where Fox News is very like right wing.
CNN is in the middle. Why does everyone believe that CNN is so left wing? I don't really understand that. If you look at
Are
like
they
a
not?
spectrum of the news networks,
Okay.
like Fox is on the very far right,
Yeah,
NBC
obviously.
is more left wing, and then
Obviously.
CNN's closer to center.
Okay.
From every time I've looked this up, this was so weird. I don't know. There's a perspective certainly that CNN is very far left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
very much so.
I do, but the perspective is
Incorrect.
no. I'm going to say facilitated by the right wing. I mean,
fair
isn't
enough.
that true? They bash
Yeah,
CNN
chances
every
are.
day. Anyone who disagrees with the president of the United States is therefore left wing. It's just the nature of it, unfortunately. Any right wing Republican who disagrees with him for not releasing the Epstein files is now a rhino, as they call him, Republican in name only. That's not really. They're not. They are more Republican than Donald Trump. Donald Trump's flip flopping on every opinion he has. He doesn't do anything he says he's going to do. Even
Yeah, man. I mean,
well, I guess he does. Well, no, he doesn't because he went to war and he said he wouldn't. He's both said things he's going to do that are horrible, and he's done them that people thought were jokes, and he's also done the exact opposite of things he said, which he said he wouldn't do, like no wars, and he's gone to war. So I think that if you look at CNN, I think just type in news networks and where they land on the spectrum. They're a little bit more left leaning, but ultimately they are more centered than anything else. I feel like the American culture is incredibly right wing anyway. Like the politics are all right wing. There's almost nothing center. So there's also that element too, in that. I guess it's more left leaning for American politics, but it's I think NBC is the closest to like being left than CNN. But I don't know. I'm not a news network expert by any means, but there's a idea that CNN is bad, and Donald Trump carries that opinion.
Yeah.
Any opinion that Donald Trump has, I'm like, I should look into this. maybe it's not correct to what I think it is. What the actual fact is. But anyway, that is something.
Shout out to being Canadian.
Your point though is right.
Yeah,
100% though, right? CNN will get shut down. They obviously don't like CNN, regardless of whether, like David Ellison's buddy with Donald Trump. So does it get shut down? That's the question. I don't know. In a normal world,
or they're just going to repurpose it, fire people, bring in more right-wing folk, make it a conservative network. That's definitely a possibility as well.
The thing is, like, how does it get approved that you can't? How are you allowed to own this? That Netflix doesn't own a news organization, so it doesn't. That makes sense that you can approve that. How do you like say, oh, this is acceptable? CBS and CNN, CBS News and CNN will be owned by the same entity. Like, how does that work? It just seems like that should be illegal. Like there's a conflict of interest, and having more voices in the space is better than less voices.
Yeah.
CBS was pretty centered too, actually. Not anymore, though. It's not center as much as it was, certainly, and it'll continue to grow to be more right wing because that's what's happened so far. That's just factually what happened. There's been weird things that have been censored, like that wouldn't have been censored before because the right wing Republican Party, like basically it's Donald Trump, asked them to censor it. I guess I don't know why it happened. Otherwise, why did it get censored? Why did certain reporting, like reports, not go on air? Why they get delayed and then get released later? I think that why was Stephen Colbert canceled when he was the most popular late night show? He literally has the best ratings. He's the best ratings, and the other ones exist still to this day. And
yeah,
Stephen Colbert is canceled as of May. So it's a mystery why that happened. We can only guess because we're not behind closed doors in the executive offices. But is David Zaslav a genius, Adrian? That's the question I have to present here, because he got them to do this. The bidding war is freaking crazy. Paramount's initial bid, by the way, was $19 per share, and the final offer $31 a share.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is David Zaslav a genius? Because he seems like a business genius to me. How did this happen? It's crazy.
Yeah, he knows how to make money, I guess.
Like, I think
There's no doubt about that.
Netflix and David Zaslav won out big, and I think Paramount lost like a lot. They're going into serious debt, I imagine.
It's crazy. I don't even understand. Again, I'm no money guy, Simon, but it's just like I don't even understand how you can even go into that much debt. It's like billions upon billions of dollars in debt, and it's confusing that this can just happen. You're just buying it, but you're not really buying it. You're buying the debt of it as well. It's just, I don't know. Again, I'm not intelligent enough to really understand the complexity of this purchase. But I just find it like crazy. It just makes no sense to me. And it makes me also wonder, like, how do you gain a profit from this? How long until you get a profit from this? Is it going to be stripped down for parts? Likely. Are thousands of people going to lose their jobs? Probably. Definitely. And it's so confusing. And I just find it incredibly interesting. It almost seems like, again, Netflix is winning in this situation. Chances are Paramount buys them. Then they're going to start stripping them down for parts. If they don't, start making a profit, maybe Netflix can just go in and start buying the stuff that they actually want instead of buying the full package. Like, okay, cool. You know what? We'll take this off your hands. We'll take this off your hands, and add to it. I just feel like Ted Sarandos and Netflix kind of won from this, this situation. And then obviously, I mean, Warner Brothers and David Zaslav is winning fucking big. This guy, it's confusing. Like the shit this guy gets away with, he buys, comes in from Discovery, gets Warner Brothers, then like splits them off again. And now is selling it, making billions upon billions of dollars. It's like, dude, what the fuck's happening, man? What the hell's happening? And everyone's cool with it. Except for, well, not everyone's cool with it. Everyone's yelling about it online, not cool with it. But it doesn't matter what we think, Simon, because we don't have money, and money controls everything. And world leaders are pedophiles, and they eat people on an island.
All of them? You're going to group them all, or is it just the one guy? World leaders. I mean, there weren't that many world leaders in there, to be fair.
Yeah.
In the list.
Yeah.
Our leader wasn't in there.
Thankfully.
Yeah. That's cool.
I don't trust any politician, man. I don't like any politicians. I don't trust any of you. I don't trust any of you.
Yeah. I feel like
kids.
Yeah, I think... But again, there's not politicians wasn't the names in there.
A businessman as well.
Simplifying it.
Yeah, businessmen.
Like, there's not that many politicians in comparison to other. Like, it's just powerful people who have money. People with money politicians is not people with money.
Well, one of the most powerful people in the world who is technically a politician is definitely on there and was definitely raping kids. And now all the people that are supposed to be diehard Christian good people are cool with child rape all of a sudden. So yeah. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't worry, Simon. There's a good reason they don't want to release it, because it would upset the balance. Get fucked. Anyways, I don't want to dive down this hole. This all sucks. Everything sucks. The world sucks. And Resident Evil 9 was really good, though. So bright side.
That's good.
Bright side everything.
That's nice.
But yeah.
I think Ted Sarandos went out. David Zaslav, kind of a business genius. Those are my notes. That's what I got here. I'm looking at the media bias. It looks like CNN is definitely left, but they're just left of center.
Okay.
Fox is strangely though on this list is just right of center, which I feel like I don't know. Well, it feels very very right.
What else is on that list? Because I mean,
Newsmax is the furthest right.
Okay, I don't even.
As an example, there's so many news organizations. It's kind of crazy. Let me pull it up here so we can just quickly, briefly talk about it. NBC is the same as CNN, apparently, according to this. I don't really agree. CBS is shown to be the same as well. I don't know why that's interesting, because I never found that to be the case. I mean, this is just one source and where they put the media bias. In the middle, we've got Forbes somehow. What? And then there's like Market Watch. No, these don't seem at all. BBC News. No, I agree with that. BBC News have always struck me as pretty center.
Big black
Wall Street Journal.
News.
There's no way the Wall Street Journal is center. Who is this? I don't agree with this. Is something called All Sides? I don't know what that is. I'd have to look into it.
I'm looking at the media bias chart real quick. Version 5.1. We got InfoWars all the way to the right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And all the way at the bottom of less reliable. Yeah.
Okay.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Where's CNN on this list?
Left.
Oh, it is left as well.
Skews left. It's under the skews left.
Skews, yeah.
Skews left.
Sure. If you say so. Whatever. It's not as extreme.
Don't believe everything you see. Okay.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet, kids.
Yeah,
including the set photo that we literally revealed to you as a marketing beat for our show
game.
Like now, I'm really confident. Real confident now. Okay, cool.
Super confident.
All right, yes. Let's move on now to the story 3, Adrian. Another
Number
topical
3.
tiding. As Variety reports, my old ass actor Maisie Stella has been cast as Chloe, and Broadway star Tatum Grace Hopkins has been cast as Max in the upcoming Amazon Prime TV series adaptation of the video game Life is Strange. Thoughts?
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan of this series, especially this part of the series, the Max and Chloe's story. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. I saw this pop up and I was curious. Tatum Grace Hopkins, I don't even know if she's done any movie or TV stuff. Definitely haven't seen her in anything. Maisie Stella, though, I did watch My Old Ass and I did see her in that, and she is awesome in that movie. I can definitely see her kind of taking the role of Chloe and, bringing it to the live action screen. I think that's really good casting, genuinely. I think My Old Ass is a phenomenal movie. She does a great job in it. And I really like Life is Strange. Life is Strange is a neat kind of like choose your own adventure video game where it is, it's the main character is Max, and she kind of leaves her hometown and leaves her best friend Chloe behind when they're kids at Chloe's darkest moment of her life, and then comes back years later to go to kind of like a specialty school for photography, and meets her old best friend Chloe again, who is looking for her. Chloe's looking for her friend that kind of disappeared like a few months prior. The neat part about Life is Strange, though, is it's kind of, it's not superhero, but like Max finds out that she has the ability to reverse time, and it kind of plays from that point on. I don't want to really spoil any of the events of the game, just in case people care, but I love this series, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be adapted, because the first game, for as much as I love it, it's very awkward. It is like very cringy. Max is definitely like autistic, I would say. Like she's kind of like, she's on the spectrum for sure, and like is a super awkward individual. And I really hope they keep that, because it's part of the charm of the series, is, Max as a character, and then Chloe being kind of this punk rock chick, and, their relationship developing, as they're young adults. So I'm very intrigued about this, and I'm curious, because the game is a choose your own adventure. So, I had my own experience, kind of what I picture the story and how it plays out. And, it leads to a specific point in the end where it's, one of two choices. And I'm curious which choice they're going to lean into. I think I already know deep down which choice they're going to go to. But, I wonder how this is going to be adapted. Because this is, again, it's not like just like The Last of Us, where it's like, yeah, you can do different things in the game, but the story plays out the same way regardless. You don't have choice. Whereas in this, Life is Strange, it is about making choices. All the games are about making choices, even the more recent ones. So I wonder. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think, again, at the very least, they casted a great Chloe so far. So how do you feel about this, man? I know you played the game. You're not as big of a fan of it as I am, for sure. But, what are your thoughts on this, buddy?
Seems cool. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It depends on Amazon Prime has a pretty good track record with video game adaptations so far, so it'll be interesting. I don't know. They've got two in the works simultaneously right now, so we'll see how it plays out.
God of War. We were just talking about that God of War.
Yeah, I feel like the God of War thing gives me pause. I don't know. Now I'm kind of confused. I'm not again off board or anything like that. It's throwing me off. So this is interesting. I'm curious about it. I was kind of put this in here for you mostly because I know you're big into this, and so I thought it was a good kind of main story for you to sink your teeth into. Because definitely some of the other ones.
Yeah, I think Amazon's doing a good job at adapting a lot of things. Like, I know The Boys, that's based on a comic book, and a lot of people say that the show is better than the comic book. Invincible, which I love that graphic novel, and like they're doing a stellar job doing that adaptation. And I know it's obviously different creators for all of these shows, but it seems like they got a pretty good quality metric that they want to hit. And as much as I don't really care too much about Fallout, I started season 2. I watched the first episode. And I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for this right now. So I might go back to it eventually. But like by all accounts, that is good, and it's well rated. So I'm feeling pretty confident. In this.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. So I guess we are on to, if I'm not mistaken, Adrian, a segment of our show that I call A Look to the Future, a portion of our podcast where each of us present at least 3 of our picks for the TV series or movies that look most interesting to us that are releasing between the dates of March 10th and March 23rd, 2026.
Yes.
As is customary, you go first. What is your first pick,
man. Sir? I got a couple of big ones that I'm excited about, but I'll list off the one movie that I would say I'm most excited for that's coming out, and it's coming out on March 20th, and that's Ready or Not 2. Here I Come. I'm very excited about that. I love the first Ready or Not movie. I think it's really fun. I think Samara Weaving is phenomenal in that, and it's cool because it seems like this movie picks up exactly where that first one left off. So I'm stoked about this. I'm curious what they're going to do with it. We got Catherine Newton joining the cast as Samara Weaving's sister. And I guess we'll see how this one plays out. But really good stuff. I think it is the same directors, if I recall correctly. Or I could be wrong, though.
I think so. I believe so.
Could be wrong. But I think it is. And
2 people, right? Was it?
Yeah, it's 2 people, and oh my goodness.
Delay and something? I can't remember now. I'll look it up too. But Ready or Not, here I come for this information from Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know.
Matt Bettinelli, Olpin, right, and Tyler Gillette. Gillette. And they did that Abigail movie a couple years back, which starred Melissa Barrera, which was really cool too. Really fun time. So they're 2 for 2 in my books.
Excellent. My pick here is Project Hail Mary, the Ryan Gosling movie where he's in space. Based on the...
They also did Scream and Scream 6. I totally forgot about that. And I fucking love Scream and Scream 6.
There you go.
So they're 4 for 4 in my books, Simon. They're 4 for 4 in my books. Scream 5 and 6 they did. Matt Bettinelli.
Okay, yeah.
Open. Yeah.
They called it Scream. Yeah, it's 5. Yeah, Project Hail Mary is my pick. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan the Goose Gosling.
And directed by... I have a headache. I can't remember any names. It's the dudes who did Spider-Verse, 21 Jump Street.
Phil
Lord, Christopher Miller.
Yeah.
Phil.
See, I got you, man. It's Phil.
It's because we know a guy named Phil. So it's like Phil. Reminds me of Phil Lord.
Me and Phil are on a first name basis. Miller.
But yeah, it seems cool. Yeah. There's an alien. Ryan Gosling deals with an alien in space. For some reason, he's a school teacher, and he's the only one who can do this mission.
Whoa. Yeah,
and it's by the same author who did it's based on a book. It's the same author who did The Martian, which as a movie I really love. I genuinely love, and I know you don't like it, but the novel is by Andy Weir.
It is a movie.
It's a great movie. Project Hail Mary.
I'm stuck on Mars. I'm building potatoes. I'm building potatoes in the ground.
So I guess you don't want to see this either.
I don't know. I'll watch it. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I was in a bad mood for The Martian. Who knows?
I don't know.
Will I rewatch that movie? Probably not. I don't really care to.
That and Ready Player One. I understand you not liking Sausage Party, but we've agreed mostly when we go see movies together. I feel like we're like kind of on the same page. But Ready Player One and The Martian are the 2 notable ones that I can remember that we get out of the theater and we just completely on a different spectrum of what we thought of the movie.
I did not.
Sausage Party was also that way, but I was not. I was like on the positive on that, but you were on the really negative. So it was like, it's still a big swing, but that one's a comedy. So I'm not as befuddled by that one. The Martian, I don't understand. You're just like Ready Player One. I kind of do. I understand it in some aspect, but Sausage Party, I definitely understand. Yeah. There's no doubt I understand it, but The Martian, I still to this day I would put it on at when we worked at Best Buy together. But
I mean, to be fair, The Martian is a comedy as well. So
it's also cool. Yeah, it's a comedy, but that's not really.
I know I'm
like
being facetious. I'm joking.
Yeah. That's Ridley Scott.
I'm the
too.
comedy right now, Simon.
Yeah, very good. Ridley Scott's got like this crazy portfolio of movies, though. Like if you look at like the range that he has of different types of movies, he's also not always hit. Like he has failed far more than like somebody like a Steven Spielberg or like a Scorsese or. I mean, I think Ridley Scott deserves the kind of the grace of me putting them in the listing of like a Tarantino. Ridley, yeah, I think so. Spielberg and Scorsese. I think Ridley Scott's pretty great. But yeah, he isn't always hit every single time. Tarantino's pretty much hit every time. I think every single time, maybe. I'm not sure if there's anything that I've watched that he's made that I didn't like. I didn't watch the double feature. I never watched that. The one he did with Rodriguez. I never watched like what's it called? The really, really campy movies. So like they're called like Grimehouse movies or whatever. I forget what that's called. Grindhouse. Is it Grindhouse?
Grindhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
I said grime, but I think it is Grindhouse.
Yeah, Grindhouse. No, Roundhouse, like the kick.
Roundhouse kick. Like Leon S. Kennedy from the hit video game series, Resident Evil.
Yeah, Grimehouse kick.
Grimehouse kick. Whatcha?
Everyone knows that.
Dude, it is fucking badass being able to roundhouse kick zombies. Just like, come on.
Resident Evil 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Resident Evil 4.
Okay. Yeah.
And 6.
All right. Good.
You can't really do it in 2.
All right.
But you can shoot them in 2.
What are you going to play now? It's off,
I think I'm going to play Mafia the Old Country.
Platinum Depression.
Yeah, my PPD as I call it. I think I might play Mafia the Old Country. I'll give that a go.
Cool.
I got it for $30 off like the second turn auction site.
Yeah.
I got it on there. I saw it. I like put in a bid that I totally forgot about, and I got an email saying, "Hey, you won." I was like, "Oh,
for $30?"
Yeah.
Is that a good deal?
I've only seen it go on sale for like $50 digitally, and maybe it's like $30.
But
on
it's only $65 regular price.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Oh.
I'll play it once and I can just trade in the disc.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 79. It's 65, right? Am I wrong?
I think it was $64.99, yeah.
I feel like it's bound to drop in deeper sales, but 30 is okay.
Probably.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool, man.
I'm
that developer pissed me off. Hangar 13?
It's $69.99 actually, which is weird.
They remastered it or whatever. They put it on PS5 or whatever it was for Mafia 3, and then they never fixed the trophy bugs that were clearly in the game. You have to play the game twice to get the trophies. Like you can't get the platinum without playing it twice. I played it a third time like an idiot to try to get the trophy. That's a disease, trophy hunting. I've been doing it way less sometimes because of that element. Yeah. You love it. I've never seen anyone at the pace you're on. We're not at the same pace at all. We're not even. I think you're on the exact same pace as the last few years. I don't think you've declined at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Not that I've been noticing.
Yeah, I've gotten a few this year, man. I got like a few back to back as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think
I've had 5 this year so far. I guess
a lot. I have 0. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm good with that.
I won't platinum at every game, but like there are games where I'll look. I platinum 6 games actually this year.
Good for you.
Where I'll look at something like Metal Gear Solid Delta as an example. Like I played through that and I was like, this is fun. Not going to bother with the trophies here. I'm just going to play through it because I've never played it before. And not really, I thought it was great. Diablo 4, I briefly played. God of War Sons of Sparta, not doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I will admit, like Red Dead Redemption, which I played late last year, it's like I knew I wasn't going to platinum and I just kind of wanted to play it for the story. So I don't know. I'll pick and choose. Yeah. On occasion. Sometimes I'm like, this trophy list is fun, or I'm really enjoying this game. Like Resident Evil 9, I'm like, I'm going to platinum the shit out of this. This is fun as hell. I speed run it, dude. 2 hours and 52 minutes on Insanity. No big deal. No big deal. Is that the world record? It's not. It's not even close. I think it's like an hour.
What's the world record?
Like an hour 50 or something like that. It's on YouTube.
Well,
but it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. The platinums I feel like benefit me most when they are for a big game where it encourages you to see everything. and then the difficulty is not absurd. Like a Grand Theft Auto 5 trophy list is horrible. So I've always kind of said that as like balancing that out where it's reasonable and it encourages you to see like open world games. I think are the best example where you have choices and you can kind of go down these paths, and it doesn't try to force you as well to go down a certain path with the trophies is also beneficial. So it's like just encourages you to do things, just to participate at the fullest extent of what you could participate in without forming your choices because the trophies exist. That's kind of what I look for, but and that's as encouraging like a second playthrough where you play it drastically different. It will be a drastically different playthrough. Then I'm into that too. But the open world games like a Skyrim or like a Cyberpunk 2077, even Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I think those are kind of good trophy lists. Whereas Red Dead Redemption 2, which I did platinum, I don't know if it was worth it because I think that it's just an unfairly hard platinum. But it did encourage me to play a lot of it. It's just I think they were mocking the trophy hunters in a way in that game. Marathon trophy list, A-okay for me. Awesome. Very reasonable. Almost too easy. I think it will be
interesting.
But this is not a video game podcast. Let's move on, Adrian, to your second pick. What are you looking forward to within that
I was going to list off other things that I was thinking about trying, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, we're not a video game podcast. Who cares? Yeah, like I was going to pick up other games.
Oh, the games I asked you what you're going to play. Yeah,
but it's fine.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No, let's move on.
Well, no, just say it. It's fine.
Well, I was thinking about playing Marathon with a friend, but I think he already picked it up and didn't want to play with me. So,
look, man, you went to 2 movies that I got no invites. So I don't know.
You told me you were busy.
I didn't say I was blanket busy forever for the rest of my life. I could have easily made it
for Scream 7. We watched it on open and evening, and I know you were busy.
Scream 7,
then.
I was not busy.
And then you told me specifically, I'm busy all week. Maybe Friday or Saturday we could go to watch something. This is what you have said to me.
So you went out of your way to choose the day
I went out of my way to watch a movie that we discussed that we didn't discuss watching together on the day that I did go to the movies without you. Okay? We didn't watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie together. We weren't planning on even watching it. And I was like, I'm just going to go watch this because there's other movies you want to watch.
You went to see that on your own?
What, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie?
Don't think so.
No, I watched it with 2 friends. I said that, yeah.
I know.
Why? Why do you know this? You follow me? You freak?
You said it.
You freak, you followed me there, huh?
You said it.
You said that you were busy, but you still followed me there?
It's just a reciprocation. You're going to blame me for not including you on Marathon. I'm going to blame you for literally doing what you
do. Marathon.
The opposite thing. I was concerned for your wallet. I was actually thinking about you with the Marathon.
Oh, thing. Yeah. Wow, what a good guy.
You have to pay $50. I'm not going to get you to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay.
You don't think I can afford a $50 game when Paramount's going $4 billion in debt or however many $1 billion in debt? I can just go billions of dollars in debt. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Money's not real.
I think because that's not how
money's
it works.
Money's not real.
The rich and powerful do dictate the terms, and if you go into that much debt, you'll be on the street.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll be a CEO of a company.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's literally how it works. But
I don't think. I know that's not how it works. All right. Your pick. Your next
literally how it works. Okay. So you don't want to hear about the games that I was thinking about?
Didn't you already give me them? I can't even remember.
No, I said the one. I just said the
Mafia. So then do it. Jesus Christ. You said Marathon. You did. You said Marathon. You gave 2.
Okay, you don't have to
Mafia,
shout
the Old Country. I'm the only one paying attention here. What else you got?
I don't know.
Okay, excellent. Pick the upcoming releases. March 10th and 23rd. What do you got?
I'm thinking about maybe trying that Fatal Frame 2 remake because apparently that's super scary.
Crimson Butterfly, whatever.
Crimson Butterfly. Maybe I'll play that. Crimson Desert's out in like a week or 2, isn't it?
Are you going to play that?
Assuming it runs well on console. Yeah. That's out in 11 days.
Those guys are feisty, eh?
Yeah, they're sassy little bitches.
They're like, people were like, oh, you're hiding this. You're only putting out PC footage. Why are you doing that? And you're like, relax. There's just something like, you don't have to worry about this. We're not hiding anything. That's what they said. I think that's what they said. Yeah, we're not hiding anything. It's like, okay, sure. Okay, relax. No, I guess we'll see if you pull a Cyberpunk when the game comes out. But
yeah. I'll wait. I'm not going to buy it at launch unless, again, I'll wait for reviews. Does it run well on PlayStation 5? Yeah, cool. I'll buy it.
It's supposed to use PSSR 2, dude.
PSSR 2?
PlayStation Spectrum. Yeah, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, the second.
The second,
Apparently,
nice,
the
dude.
second iteration.
Oh my
It's
god,
one
that's why
the only other game
RE9
to
looks so fucking good, dude. It's actually stupid how good that game looks. I was like, oh my god, ray tracing. Now this is ray tracing, is what I said out loud. But
Yeah.
good stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll
PS5
play
Pro.
Crimson Butterfly Desert.
both of them.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's other things that I was thinking about doing. I was I was in the mood for more weeb stuff, so I might jump into
Wuthering Waves.
No, God, no. I don't want to do like a gotcha. I want to actually play like a game that has a end. What is that called? I don't know. Who cares? It's like a Japanese game. It's JRPG. I was gonna play it.
I mean, you care.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is what I was gonna play.
Oh, okay.
So I might play that.
Isn't that connected to a gacha game?
Is it connected to a gotcha game? I thought it
Doesn't it have?
No, it's.
That has a big MMO as well. Am I wrong?
Does it?
It
I have
has
no
a
idea.
fighting game?
Multiple fighting games.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking something
I don't know.
else.
If
I was
it
thinking of
does,
something else.
I don't give a shit. I'm not playing the gotcha game. I'm just gonna play this one.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
So,
All right.
so
Well,
give it a go.
you got more to list here, or?
No, not with your attitude. Jeez.
Well, we're not a video game podcast. I try to
Okay.
keep us on track. You know, that's part of
Sure,
the beauty
man.
here.
Sure. You're just worried
my
about
Call of
talking
Duty.
about Marathon, ditching me. But it's fine.
You get it.
March
Play it tonight.
13th.
I'll be playing it tonight.
I'm not
As
gonna
soon as
play
I'm
it
done
tonight.
editing this podcast.
I'm not gonna do
You gonna
it.
buy it tonight?
No.
So stop
don't want-
complaining. I'm really into it. So I'm playing it a lot.
That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I just
for you.
invited you earlier on in the show. I said I would like to play it with you. If that's cool. I just didn't want to force you to do it if you didn't like
I'll
it.
think about it. I'll get back to you on I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, great.
No, when you come back. I'll pick it up when you come back. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
I'll think about it. March 13th, there's the A24 movie. It's called Undertone. It's like, what if it's The Ring, but it's a podcast?
Huh. Okay. So
I don't know if
the
that's
person's
actually
listening and they get sucked into the podcast?
No, they're like,
You're
she's
first,
like,
or?
I'm doing a podcast, is what she says. Imagine being a loser. That big of a loser.
To put it in a podcast in 2026 and think that anyone's going to listen to it.
Yeah, I know, man.
Jesus.
Imagine that. Fucking
What kind of
dweeb,
loser would
dude.
do that?
What a dweeb. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, look at these tapes. And if you play these tapes, there's spooky things that are going to happen. And everyone's like, this is the most scariest movie of the year. This is so spooky and scary.
Wow.
Looks
Okay.
good. It's A24. And it's a horror
Cool.
movie. So
Nice.
why the hell not?
Sweet.
I'm going to watch this one without you, though.
Okay.
Because I feel like you don't want to watch it. Unless it gets really good reviews.
The
But
Nirvana
you're
movie you
also
might have seen. We didn't invite me, but this one, you're right. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
It's cool. It's cool.
Super cool. What's your choice?
My
We're
next
kinda going
pick
off-
is
we're
a
kinda wacky.
show. We talked about this earlier, and I kind of hinted that I was going to mention this. It's funny because I could have skipped this thing completely. But the show is called The Madison, which looks like it's a very different tone from Yellowstone, but it is a spinoff of Yellowstone. And it's, again, just like all the Yellowstone shows, they have an all-star cast. Michelle Pfeiffer, Kurt Russell, Matthew Fox, whom I don't know where that guy's been. I don't know about you, but Matthew Fox, that guy seemed like he was going to blow up after Lost, dude. I thought he was like, whoa, this guy's
what are you
killing
talking
it.
about? I know exactly where he was. He was in that one scene in World War Z with Brad Pitt. He was one of the soldiers. Remember that?
That's exactly where he was the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought I personally thought, like, as much as Evangeline Lilly's career kind of blew up a little bit, she was in Marvel for a bit. I felt like, especially just even if you just look at the monologue in the first episode of Lost, I just think that it's too bad. It's too bad that he didn't make it bigger. But maybe he intended it. But to be honest, maybe that's his choice, and that's perfectly fair. Actually, that's actually a fair thing to say too. Some of these actors don't want to do some crazy thing, you know. Maybe they kind of want to spend time with their family. You know, it's like there's more to life than your career, certainly. Although that's not necessarily the belief in the United States, and that the American dream is a big thing there. And in here, The American dream is here, really. But the way we think about things is kind of a similar mentality in a lot of ways. But anyway, yeah, Matthew Fox is in this. It's totally way different. It looks like a very heartfelt, it almost looks like This Is Us. You know that Milo Ventimiglia show?
Yeah.
And I watched the trailer for this. I'm like, is this the tone of Yellowstone the whole time? Like, I'm like, do I not understand what Yellowstone is? Then I watched the trailer for the first like Yellowstone trailer, I think from like 2018 or whatever, when that show was launching. I'm like, nope, I understood what Yellowstone was. This is just drastically different. I feel like I gotta watch Yellowstone, like the first like the actual initial
series?
show. There's like so many. How is it this popular? It's crazy.
Yeah, I
People
pulled it
like
up. So they had
Westerns.
a 1883 prequel,
Yeah.
1923 prequel.
Yeah, that
They
one's the
have
other
the-
one I want to watch because it's
That's Harrison
and-
Ford, right?
And
Yeah.
oh my god, what's her name?
Take your time.
You're gonna wait for me to guess it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about though.
Yep.
He's amazing. Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got it. You got it, man.
Good.
I knew it.
Cool. Sweet.
I was like, do I even give you the first letter of the first name?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm
I
not
got
going
there.
to
My
do
head
that. I
is
feel
really
like-
hurting though. I don't know what's going on the last few days. Oh man, and this didn't help me. The friggin' clocks, dude. The clocks freaking. Oh, that's what we could have talked about at the top of the podcast. The clocks freaking moved forward. It sucks so bad.
Yo,
BC, British Columbia removed it. So this is the last time they ever have to do this shit.
Yeah.
Just gets people into car accidents. It sucks, man.
I know. It's going to be very confusing with the BC thing because, like, my entire life, it's like they're 3 hours behind.
Me
But now there's
too.
gonna
I
be
have people there too.
Yeah, there's going to be parts of the year now where they're
Yeah.
only 2 hours.
Do you have a lot of people in BC like deal with?
No.
Oh, I do. I have a colleague, but I also have like my boss's boss works there too. So his time is all going to be weird. It's going to be a 2-hour difference at some points of the year. Strange.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The
So
Marshalls.
interesting.
But yeah. I don't know. Yellowstone seems good, but at the same time, nah.
Oh, you just said the Marshalls? Yeah, the Marshalls is the other show. This isn't the Marshalls. I was saying the Madison.
Wait, the Madison?
The Madison's the show I'm referencing, not the Marshalls. The Marshalls I talked about like 2 weeks
Madison?
ago. Yeah, the Madison comes out March 14th. Not even on that list. What are you looking at? What list is it old?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, they moved to the Madison River or whatever. It's like basically
Oh.
this family from New York City. They moved to like the country, and it's Kurt Russell, Michelle Pfeiffer, and the honestly the trailer is incredibly ominous. I did not watch the show. Full disclosure, it kind of seems like Kurt Russell dies because he's barely in the trailer. At a certain point, you're like, wait, is Kurt Russell's character gonna survive? Because there's
I feel
something
like
about it. I'm
he's
hoping
busy.
he does because I love Kurt Russell. I think he's great. And that's why one of the reasons Kurt and Wyatt Russell are the main reasons I'm really drawn into the old Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Yeah.
That dynamic is really cool. And they look very similar to each other. So playing the same person is really cool. I think. But anyway,
The Madison,
lots of these
a
shows.
heartfelt study of grief and human connection following a New York City family in the Madison River Valley of central Montana.
yeah.
So this
There you
is
go.
set in the Yellowstone universe, but it's not really like its own standalone series. There's not
Right.
like any sort of. It's not like a spin-off in the
Yeah.
same sense. It's just like in the universe, which is interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny because like it's in the universe, but isn't that just like Earth?
Normal
isn't that,
life?
Isn't that just like regular fucking?
Did you
isn't that
say
just-
Earth for a second? Did you just say Earth?
Yeah, I did say Earth.
Isn't that just like Earth? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah.
Yellowstone is just grounded in reality. So I feel like, yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Okay, what's your next pick?
My next pick is coming out on
Are you
March
reading?
12th.
Okay.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, baby, season 4. I'm stoked. Gonna re-up my Disney Plus subscription for it this Thursday, baby. I'm excited, genuinely. And
All right.
you know what? This is gonna just lead right into my fourth pick, even though I'm doubling it up here, man.
Okay.
March 22nd, The
Yeah.
Bachelorette, starring
Oh.
Taylor Frankie Paul from
Okay.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She's
Wow.
the Bachelorette.
Wow, crossover.
Some connections.
Crazy.
Again, I've talked about this in the past. It's going to be interesting. This is
Yeah.
going to be a shit show. Good stuff.
But a good show though to watch.
Yeah. It's very entertaining. It's entertainment. So
Put
good.
the shit back in the butt. Fine show.
Put the shit back in the butt.
No shit in, shit out.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know
You're
what I'm
right.
even talking about. I'm going to move
No.
on to my next pick. March 15th. My writing's a little too small here. March
I think
15th
I
is
think
the
I know what you're gonna
Oscars,
say.
Adrian.
Yeah, I had that on my
98th
list.
Academy Awards. I'm going to
Conan
try to watch
O'Brien's
that.
hosting, right?
Yeah, Conan again.
Nice.
Conan's
Okay, cool.
doing it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, man. It's also going to be
Yeah.
on Crave this time.
Yeah,
You can watch it on
Conan's
the
a good
Crave.
choice too because I feel like he's a little bit more unifying in that they're trying to maybe pull in more of the country, and that he doesn't really want to make jokes about the political environment, which is kind of interesting. I feel like that's helpful for many. I don't mind either way, personally, because definitely the Hollywood is definitely left leaning.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
But, yeah, he's gonna just gotta keep it agnostic, which is cool. I'm sure he will, because that's just kind of who he is. I love Conan; he's really great.
He's great. Isn't
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any other picks?
he? There's a movie called Reminders of Him coming out March 13th.
Okay,
Don't really know what that's about though.
all right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I got lots. I'm gonna rattle them off here. Imperfect Women, an Apple TV Plus series based upon the Araminta Hall novel. It's following three women whose lifelong friendship falls on hard times when a serious crime occurs. Elizabeth Moss stars in this. Kerry Washington stars in this. Kate Mara stars in this. Corey Stoll
Mara?
stars in this. Kate Mara. That's right, right?
From the hit movie Fantastic.
Yeah. I think of
Kate
her
Mara.
more
House
in
of Cards.
House of Cards. But anyway, and Joel Kinnaman is in this as well. They're borrowing him from For All Mankind. Oh, For All Mankind! I forgot to talk about this. Oh, I forgot the trailers again. There's some trailers we can talk about. How did I forget? I keep putting the trailers at the end of the podcast by accident. I got to write trailers into the goddamn document. We'll finish this first, and then we'll get to it because there's some really cool trailers. I saw two really good ones. One to just mention, but one that's really interesting that you sent me. But yeah, other than that, I also got the Peaky Blinders movie. They're bringing Cillian Murphy back, even though there was like talk about that never coming back again. They're making a movie. Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man launches on Netflix on March 20th. Cillian Murphy, Rebecca Ferguson, Barry Keoghan. Looks like he's the villain in this one based on the trailer. Pretty cool. Peaky Blinders is a show I always wanted to watch, honestly. I really do kind of want to watch it. I think it looks awesome. There's a lot of really great actors in it. I'm a huge Tom Hardy fan as well as Cillian Murphy. So to see Tom Hardy I think they go head to head or they're friends or something. I don't even know. I don't know the connection, but Tom Hardy's great. So I'm sure he's great in this. And I also have a little show here that I'm shocked you didn't mention called One Piece. One Piece season 2 comes back on March 10th on Netflix. So March 10th, Netflix, One Piece.
That's on Tuesday.
Season 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's why did I
That's
think
the
we
first-
don't talk about? Oh yeah, that is the
day.
first day. Shit, yeah. It's literally written right in this document.
Because we didn't talk about it last week, last episode. I don't believe.
right.
And
You're
it's your
I'm very
thing.
excited.
You're a One Piece fan. So
Live action fan. I never really watched much anime.
Yeah.
So I do want to be totally transparent there.
tough
But I
to
really
be
like that person.
like a real into One Piece because there's so many episodes. The actual anime.
That's okay. I mean, like if you're enjoying
Dedication.
it, it's not necessarily about reaching the end. It's just about enjoying the ride.
Yeah, that's right. That's
About enjoying the ride,
good
baby.
old moral of life,
Yeah. Yo, I don't know if you noticed this with Zencaster. The recording shows 3 hours and 2 minutes. It like jumped. Like it was gonna hit 2 hours and then it jumped to 3 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's got to be a daylight savings thing. It's got to be, right?
Yeah. We were talking about daylight savings. Like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, that's how you feel about daylight savings? Let's add an hour to your recording time. Boom.
Yeah, don't talk about it again. Maybe we'll mess up. I hope it doesn't get messed up. That's crazy. 3 hours. Huh.
I know for a fact. I was like, man,
We started
we're-
at 4.
I was like, we're at a brisk pace. Like we're going to be done in under 2 hours. I feel like at a certain point, and then we
Yeah, and
talked
then you
about our
talked-
drama with Marathon. Yeah, so-
Yeah, exactly. And no,
Marathon
really the
drama.
drama with all the movies you saw without me, without inviting me one time. No invites.
Well, you were busy. You were busy, and we had a conversation about the days you were busy. So I
No, I don't want to talk
I
about
was
this
being
again.
kind about
but
that.
I do want to talk
Whereas
about
I
the
told you
trailers.
specifically. If you message me, I'll
trailers-
pick up Marathon. But hey, who cares? Doesn't matter.
I have 3 trailers listed here, but there might
You're
be
wrong.
more. Oh, by the way, not related to the trailers because we haven't got a trailer for this yet. But just so you're aware, this is a crazy thing. I know facts about the Spider-Man Brand New Day thing. I know literal spoilers because I was at an event, like a show, like a showcase kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they freaking showed toys. They had toys apparently for, they didn't have them, couldn't show them because it was against the rules. It was like, you weren't allowed to show them. But the guy who was showing off the toys for various things, I think it was Lego. He's like, yeah, I can't really show this toy, and this toy because they haven't been, and he named the names of the toys because they haven't really talked about these characters yet in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm like, did you just spoil the movie for me? What are you doing, dude? What a jerk. I was kind of pissed off actually, but I'm sure it'll be in the trailer. He's like, because the trailer hasn't aired yet. It's so weird. They haven't put the trailer out for Brand New Day, so nobody knows that these characters are in it. One of the characters was shocking. I had no idea this character was in it at all. I'm pretty sure, unless I've forgotten.
It's going to be Scorpion.
And then Scorpion was one of the, I don't want to say, but like basically Scorpion, there was villains that people have kind of claimed online that exist. So Scorpion's one of them. Nice. So that one, like, I feel like is possible, but that one I had not, I'd seen as a rumor, as an example. I'd seen that already as a rumor. He named some other random characters, but one of the characters I'm like, I didn't even see any rumors, but unless I'm mistaken.
Can you tell me and cut it out?
No, I'm not going to get it because that's more work for me. You're asking me to do more work?
Can you text it to me then at least?
I'll tell you later. Ask me later if you remember.
Oh, dude, I'm not going to remember. I can't remember things. You know this about me.
But we're all going to be done in like 10 minutes. So the next thing we're going to talk about here is the trailers because I forgot to put them at the end of the news segment, the trilogy of topical tidings, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
3 trailers that I distinctly recall. Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, which is fine. I can skip over that.
It looks fun.
You have another one?
It's fun. You know, you got Carl Urban. It's interesting with this Mortal Kombat 2 trailer because the first Mortal Kombat movie, it was just some guy, right? Like it wasn't like a character from the games. It's like, it's like kind of like an isekai adventure. This, you know, like here's just a regular dude and he's now connected to these Mortal Kombat folks. Yeah. That guy is like non-existent in this trailer too, and they got Carl Urban being Jonathan Cagey.
Yeah,
I know it's Johnny Cage. Yeah. But
I think that's how you pronounce it, Jonathan Cagey.
Yeah, so I'm curious if that guy, the main character from the first Mortal Kombat movie, they're just gonna be like, we're gonna just fucking kill him. We're gonna kill him brutally, very quickly, and just kind of make Carl Urban the main focus. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't watch the first movie, so that's why I'm less interested in this. I'm actually more interested in the Street Fighter movie because honestly, that first trailer was badass. I thought they did a really good job.
They beat up a car.
Yeah, like they do in the games. Yeah. You ever play any Street Fighters?
When I was a kid, I played like Street Fighter 2, like on whatever console, but I don't like fighting games, man. Not for me. It's too complex. I don't need to. I don't want to learn buttons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the other two here, I'll go with the one that you might not have seen, and then we can go talk about the one you definitely saw. And the one you might not have seen, I don't know if you saw the trailer for Mike and Nick and Alice. Did you watch this trailer?
No.
It looks pretty great. It's Vince Vaughn and James Marsden and Isaac Gonzalez. Mm-hmm. And there's like a weird like multiverse version. That's why it's two Nicks, because there's like a multiverse version of Vince Vaughn. And they're like, they have to go kill the second version of Vince Vaughn in the trailer, and they don't succeed. It's just a strange. Here's what it says on IMDb: 2 friends navigate the dangerous world of organized crime, testing their loyalty and survival skills as they get deeper into the criminal underworld. This comes out on March 27th on Hulu. I'm kind of into it, to be honest. It's worth watching this trailer. It looks like a fun adventure there. I don't know. I'm interested in it. Cool, I also think the title is really good, and the title is very bold. And I think that because the child, this is why the God of War. This sums up my whole thought on this episode of what we've kind of been talking about. This in contrast, and the way they're marketing this movie, in contrast to the way they're marketing the God of War TV show, right? Look at the God of War image they chose. Like, do you have any idea what you're doing when you release that image? Whereas, like this movie, Mike and Nick and Alice, is like, why would you title it that? You're just so bold, and you know, it's even like Marathon as a game, very bold. They
oh really? You're bringing up Marathon again? Yeah, sure.
We've talked about this before about the bold. You know what I'm saying? Bold choices. I know, that kind of. They have a vision and they follow it through. A great example of this: A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Like, it's not the Game of Thrones. You know, it's not your grandpa's Game of Thrones. They're doing something very different. and they're doing a heartfelt tale and all this stuff. It's really interesting. I don't know. It's cool. So anyway, so yeah, it could be good. And the last trailer that was definitely of note, and I'm very excited for the show. Like just genuinely, really, really excited. And you know what the trailer is? It's Lanterns, Adrian, on HBO, coming out, fast approaching. Chris Mundy's the showrunner. Damon Lindelof's the writer on it. It's got great cast. Aaron Pierre, Kyle Chandler. They barely show any powers. It reminds me actually of the Wonder Man press beats, because it's like Wonder Man is like just, again, not about powers. It's about everything else. And the thing that really stood out to me about the HBO's Lanterns trailer, the first one I believe we've seen other than teasers, is in the first 20 seconds there's an F-bomb, like right away. And I'm like, wow, here we go. There's a rated R Green Lantern TV show where they don't focus on the powers, they're focused on the gritty True Detective nature of this like dynamic. I thought when they're saying True Detective, space cops, I thought they're going to be in space. They're not even in space in the trailer, which is really weird.
They're just hanging out.
They're just hanging out on Earth, and they're solving crimes on Earth.
It's just Earth.
I'm hoping that if this show develops and they move on to future seasons, that they will go to space. But they didn't even show Nathan Fillion, which I'm pretty sure was confirmed to be in this. So
he is confirmed because again, I brought up how he said he said more F-bombs in that show than he's ever said in his entire career, like combined.
Oh, for Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Oh, no, for Lanterns.
No, for Lanterns specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
yeah. Did he say was there any F-bombs in Peacemaker for him at all? He was saying some vile things.
Yeah. He was in one scene, right? He was only really in that one scene at the start. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm sure he did say
some goofy shit that was definitely rated R, if I remember correctly. But okay. I'm very excited about Lanterns. Anyway, you're hyped for it, I assume.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I like this universe. I like the creators attached to this. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm curious as to timeline. I sent this to our mutual friend Ken, and he thought that based on how the trailer played out, that this is before what's his name, Guy Gardner gets his ring. So and I was oh,
why do you think that? Interesting.
I think just based on the timeline or whatever. He did. I didn't elaborate too much with him, but he did mention that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's an interesting perspective. Maybe that is the case. I don't know for sure. I'm curious when it does take place and all of that. There is obviously a clear lack of green in the trailer, which I guess is a choice. I was curious if maybe they just didn't have all the special effects done, and they're like, well, let's just make it look grounded and gritty, or if they're actually just going to kind of avoid the green kind of wacky looking power stuff. I'm curious.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued, man. Yeah. Why the hell not?
This is again bold. You seem like it's just so interesting. You're making a superhero thing, the first introduction of Green Lantern since Ryan Reynolds, in a live action form, pretty much.
No, Superman, dude.
Well, Superman, right, but that's not really a good. Yeah, you're right, 100%. But you know what I'm saying? In a bigger, I guess the title card. You're making a lantern. It's a Green Lantern thing, versus Superman is obviously not about Green Lantern.
Who's it about?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it's not about his legacy. Let me tell you. Yeah. It's no longer the title. But I don't know. I'm very excited. This was my kind of one. I think when we listed our most anticipated stuff coming this year, it was one of my top 3. I think, if I recall correctly. And
I don't recall at all. So,
what the list was? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's time to wrap this show up, Adrian. That's all that we need to talk about today. If there's anything else you want to say, now's the time. If you want to insult me more about Marathon, or
no, dude. It's not an insult. It's just the truth.
Right.
But
it's fine. Anything else you want to get out in the air, in the open? Feel free to do that now, because we're going to wrap this show up now. So, anything? No.
I don't think I got anything else to say. I can't think of any other trailers. I can't think of any other things releasing. Oh my God. I don't know. I just simply don't know, my friend. So
great. That's okay.
Oh, The Boys. The Boys final season.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. That's a good point.
It's more of The Boys. It's more of The Boys.
Yeah. That's cool.
Hopefully it's good. There's a brief scene where it shows Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Misha Collins together.
Oh.
Bringing back the Supernatural trio.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Sweet.
Eric Kripke, the showrunner of The Boys, was the showrunner for Supernatural and the creator of Supernatural through seasons 1 through 5. So
wow, I like that little fun fact.
Look at that.
He did like the Oscars thing. Leonardo DiCaprio last won an Oscar for his role in The Revenant. Good.
That's true.
Thank you for that. All right.
He won an Oscar for that. He did.
Thank you. I almost said customer.
Thank you, customer.
Thank you, audience, for listening to episode 131 of Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. My name is Simon Eady, and it has been a pleasure to host you alongside my very strange co-host, Adrian Bitter. Please join us on March 24th for episode 132. Good evening to you and good luck.
See ya.
Goodbye.